expectations and demands quite high from me. That's what I would say. I hope I will be able to meet your expectations. And first of all, my very special thanks to the director, MMTTC of SGBAU University, Professor Mohammad Atik sir, and the MMTTC team, and all the participants, teachers. Okay, so I was little delayed, and there was another small problem for me here. Anyway, so okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Then regarding this topic, and for the past few days, you have been seeing NEP sensitization orientation and various theme areas, various resource persons have been handling for you. And I'm given the task of taking skill development. Okay, so that is also a theme for you. So what is there? Because as a skill development, and then what I would say, yeah, research and development, all these things, I would say it's very well connected, and that's what I am going to highlight here in this session. And many of teachers, we are of under the impression that teaching is our major job and not research, or in the other way, then skill development, where to fit in and all that we will see, because that has become the need of the hour now. And we will see in the coming slides. So I have a few slides to share, and in the slides I'll be taking you to some videos also. So occasionally what may happen, continuously sitting for a single stretch, it is not going to be easy. So it's my duty to make it as much as interesting as possible. And the questions that may come across, you can post it to me as message, and I will try to answer. But I may not be having answers for everything. In the sense, I'm also like your teacher, and I have been with the system for a very long period of time. Now suddenly we have been asked, yes, shift into a new pattern. Now why I say that? Because there are various places where NEP has been implemented many years ago, and in a few places it might have been in the recent years. And then all these places, yes, teachers and the faculty members are struggling and finding to cope with. Number one reason is our inexperience. Okay, that's what I'll be highlighting here. Then after that, how to cope up with that. Then the requirements. Skill means what? We need lots of funding and all. So where to get that funding? And all these questions will come up certainly. That's what I said. I may not be having answers for everything, but we have to find a way out. And why it is like that. And so with this introduction, I'll take you to the first slide, that is from a great personality. Yes, he is very well known to all of us. That is none other than the great Rabindranath Tagore ji. So what he said long ago, a long period of, in 1914 he passed away. And that is the period when he made this not direct statement. It is a kind of paraphrase statement. Now, why I am saying that? In many of his preachers, in his writings, preachings, this message was to undergo a lot of change. And this man, this great man, visionary, see, he passed away in 1941, and those days itself, he was of this opinion. So, what is that? And to understand that, I will utter his words like, don't limit a child to your own learning. What does it mean? Actually, what he's saying is, don't try to teach the present generation what we learned long ago. Because, we belong to what we would say another period of time. And the present generation, they are all new, and the requirements have changed a lot. So what I would say, that is third industrial revolution and the fourth industrial revolution. We were all born and taught during the third industrial revolution. Now currently from 2000 onwards, we are in the fourth industrial revolution. So a lot of changes happened. How to handle that? Okay, that's the problem. Okay, so then that's why, he has said long ago, Indian education system is known for producing manufacturing. Manufactories. We are manufacturing students. That's what we do. So, what's the way out? And because of that, what happened? The students, they are deprived of the nurturing curiosity and creativity. We hear from various forums, creativity, critical mind, analytical mind, all these things. But our education system is like that. It has, it has not been promoting or offering the opportunity of curiosity and creativity. So that's why generally stated, our education system is very rigid, and we are producing graduates continuously, manufacturing them. And after that, what happens to them? That is the big question. So we will see more of that. And next one, more or less in the same line, Roosevelt in 1940. He's a great American president. People knowing history, we know how great he was. He was the person who cruised the country during the World War II, a difficult situation. A person with a great educational background, degree from Harvard and then law from Columbia University, all those things. And what he told to the Pennsylvania teachers in 1940, yes, teachers, and he was telling the teachers in a meeting, we cannot build a future for our youth. But what we can do? We can build our youngest days, youth for the future. What does that mean? Yes, we can provide the youngest days with the necessary knowledge and the skills and the resilient capacity with the education. We can just equip them with the skills, knowledge, and resilience. But we cannot assure them a future. Why? And that is what happening now. Why I say ask that question? Why? Because it was possible in India one decade ago, nearly 1 decade ago. But now it has become very difficult. There are so many with education, and so many, yeah. But opportunities are there. That's the question. Okay. And so we cannot say if a student comes to us, you take this degree and you'll get a job like that. But simply we can provide them the skill, the knowledge, and the resilience. What is this resilience capacity? That is, after completing the degree, one person might have completed his degree and PhD in physics and all. Imagine like that. There is no guarantee he may get a job in the same line. Then what to do? You just imagine, because this has happened to many of our students went abroad. And remember, there were many students who went to Canada for their higher education. And recent changes in the government policies made it nearly impossible for many of them to continue in the same field. So I said physics or PhD and all, I like that, computer. And so the opportunities became less. And now they are struggling because 4 to 5 years they studied in a country and invested so much of money. Now all of a sudden, because of the arrival of AI and the latest developments in the computer field, many jobs are disappearing. So the Canadian government has nearly stopped giving priority to these jobs, which were in high demand some 3 or 4 years ago. So what to do? Just imagine someone come after spending nearly 50 to 75 lakhs of rupees and finding out that now they are in a position to get a job. Okay, and they are so when kids face such a situation, they should have the resilience, adaptive capacity, adaptation, and then only how to navigate through the difficult times. And for that, they should have the skill and knowledge, and we should equip them also. That's what I said. Yeah, if a student asks us what we will do come after our education, in the current phase, we are unable to say, and there are a lot of examples coming up. And with this background, I take you to the next one, next part. That is the World Economic Forum Future of Jobs Report. It's a very well recognized international forum, World Economic Forum, and they have Yeah, number of on a weekly basis, they will be analyzing various global topics. And this was a topic in April 2025. And the topic is of interesting. You see, the title says the future of jobs in India. See, this is World Economic Forum, and they have discussed this one. Why should they discuss about it? That is because India, yeah, largest population in the world. 17% of the world population is here. 17%. China also has 17% in their world. So 30 for both the countries. So lots of youngsters are here. And yes, it's an important topic in general. And then what they have found out is that is very interesting. Not interesting, alarming for us teachers. Because as per the World Economic Forum report, very reputed body, it says that 67%, two by third of the companies operating in India, they are finding that the youngsters we produce, UG or PG or whatever might be that, they are unemployable. They are lacking the skills what the companies need. Okay. So what's the solution they found out? So companies found out the solution. See, you are students studying BSc computer or mathematics or physics, and after completing and all, they are coming to know they are not having the necessary, skills to. Companies are finding out that this is not what they require. So they are offering. Companies are offering skills, cultivating skills. They started giving training, and they found out our degrees are of no use to them. So removing degree requirements and offering apprenticeship. Come to us. We will train you for a period of time, 6 months, 1 year. After that, we will provide you a job. If that's what going to happen with most of the companies who will be in our colleges and universities. Question number one, why should they come to our colleges and all? So what may happen? And the answer for that, I have it because based on my experience as the college faculty and the principal for a long period of time, I have seen that many of the prestigious colleges in my state, they are facing this difficulty, lack of students. Students are not coming. And where are they going? That is the question. Yeah, they have found out other ways which gives better job opportunities. Okay, so that is a risk. That's what I say. We are all at a critical juncture. World Economic Forum, Future of Jobs report. It says that companies are like that. So the companies are removing degree requirements and offering apprenticeships. Imagine your college or university, and they are the degree or PG students. After passing out from there, they spread the message like that. And while there, many of their classmates who after plus two joined some of these companies and got a job within no time. Now with the social media, the message will spread around. No doubt about it. That's what. And next part. Am I can continue? Is it okay? Hello. Yeah. Is it okay? I see no response, no, yeah, someone, no reactions.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Because I thought, well, I was wondering whether some network connection or something. No, nothing. It's fine. So thank you. Okay. So we go to the next part. Yeah. Now the next part is future of jobs in India. Yes, it's a very important topic for us. Skill development is a topic, and why these youngsters are with us. There was a period when we were also like them, studying in some college, and without knowing what lies ahead. Complete a degree, PG, PhD, got into the teaching post. And we should consider ourselves lucky. At least some certainty was there. Okay. So now added to that, and now what does the future of work look like in India? Fastest growing jobs. All jobs are in the technology related fields. Big data, AI, machine learning, cyber security management. You are hearing a lot about it. And how we can connect with that, how our subject can be linked with that, or how it can utilize all these technology related fields. Otherwise, what may happen? Mere learning of theory, that won't help. So what is required? Then that is the question. We belong to another generation, another mode of teaching, where we concentrated on the traditional mode of teaching which was followed in our country. Our teachers, that's what they taught us. Then how suddenly to shift it? And for that, in many cases, yes, two words are there: upskilling and reskilling becomes necessary. We may not be having much of an idea. Best example, AI. How do we learn? That's it. And even if we learn for 1 or 2 months, what happened? You wait for another 2, 3 months, the next one will come. Next advanced version will come. Then again, we have to get training, upskilling. So reskilling is one side. Learning, subjects which are unknown to us, it become necessary. Okay. So that's the general about why these fastest growing jobs are when they are all going to be in the technology related fields. And where does the youngest days will go? Number one. Okay. And then India's key labor market trend. World Economic Forum. Yes, their survey, they says that India falls behind ease of finding skilled employees in the local labor market. It is a general perception for many international companies, because there were talks a few years ago, 2 3 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, China and India comparison, and when many companies came to India, they found out this clearly. That is one reason why China is going up like anything. Skilled employees. And who are the skilled employees? Skilled youngsters. The degree PG students we are producing for our institutions, higher education institutions of this country, whether it is engineering college or arts and science college, whatever might be that. Okay. So it is a major sir. And to meet that, government has brought in various initiatives. And that's what we call Digital India, AI Mission, Skill India Digital Hub. And they are offering various courses. And to understand, okay, we'll come to that later. And then, what about the new jobs? Yes, World Economic Forum says there are new jobs are there. 170 million new jobs. It will be there by 2030. But along with this new 170 million new jobs, what happened? New 90 million, nearly half of them, all the pattern of jobs will be removed. So skilling for the new kind of jobs. That's what I said, technology related jobs. Jobs are coming up here. And for that, training or skilling is necessary. And there is another report, India Skills Report. It says that students after +2, they are all pushed into some colleges or universities or engineering or medical or whatever might be that. It is not because they are having, many of them having no interest, or it is beyond their abilities. It's a kind of prestige or family pressure or the availability of education institutions. Yes, if you are not getting admission for economics, whatever is coming, you join for history or politics like that. The kid may not be interested at all. And ultimately, what happened? After 2 3 years of study there, they come ill equipped. They are not there for any kind of jobs and all. Sorry. Yeah, it's a kind of attitude. ultimately they get. So what we can say, students come out of the degrees, but no practical experience or no interest for the subjects. How to face the situation? So that's generally happening in India with regards to school education. Okay, and then there is another forum which says that career counseling platform Mindler, and according to them, yeah, if you ask the plus two students after plus two what, they will go for 7 conventional career lines. We parents also mostly, we are teachers, most educated and most knowledgeable group. Even many of us also, I have seen that. They advocate you take the safer option, don't deviate from it. So after plus two, either a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer, CA, or go for IAS or MBA, like that. But the modern economy, I said in between, fourth industrial revolution, there are number of, in addition to these 7 traditional conventional careers, there are various other options. And those options are mind-boggling. 5,000 job types, 40 domains, 250 career options. 250 career options. Okay, and I will give you a small list. Out of the 250 career options, 40 domains, a few of them I have highlighted here. You carefully read this list. I said 250 career, 40 domains. So here you are seeing on the left side domain, on the right side in this table career option. So I have highlighted in yellow. You take the last one, performing arts. It's a domain, and there are theater directors are there, serial director, whatever might be that, music, choreographers, where there are so many channels. Some 20 years ago, that was not the case. Now the TV, television, social media, all offering a lot of opportunities. Okay, so regional channels itself, how many in Maharashtra, how many in UP, how many in Kerala? There are so many channels are there. How many programs? And this all involves all this. And people, there are people working behind it, interested ones. Yes. Then you take the second one from the bottom, yellow colored, hospitality and tourism. Hospitality and tourism. In hospitality and tourism, what happened? Hotels. And there are travel consultants. And what happened? People are all moving across, going to northeastern part of the country, going to Shimla, Kashmir, coming to Kerala or Mysore. Anyway, Rajasthan, Jaipur, all these places they are moving. How this is being done? They move in with tourist agencies are there, travel consultants, online forums are there, online forms. Okay, hotel booking and all. It offers a lot of employment opportunity. Okay, so there are somebody who is working behind all these youngsters, and then marriages and all programs. Now we give it to event management team. They do everything. 5-10 lakhs rupees. Okay, and another one is this design and creative arts. That's very interesting. Game designer. So many games, computer games and apps, and sorry, the mobile also we installed so many games are there. Who designs all this? And then the various apps. Who creates all this? And then what about fashion stylist? Just last week, I was listening to one of my colleagues. He was telling me like he went for a fashion boutique and nearly 2,000, 3,000 rupees. He paid for all his career dressing and all, 2 to 3,000 rupees. So there are so many, and there has been a long queue also. You have to book in advance and go. So there are many youngsters working in this field, fashion stylist. Then all these forums, online forums, whether it is Pantaloon or Lens or Geostore or Amazon, there are so many. Dress designs are there. Who creates it? Who is behind? So this is what I'm saying, modern economy. And then what we have to ask, these are the career options. And in what way, what you teach or me teach, I'm a biology zoology teacher, is connected with this career option. My BSc zoology students, they are in this field. but somehow they got it based on their interest and all, or they were forced to take up. But what training I have given? If I am a boutique owner, what skill I have given? Maybe some skill to social skills, maybe. Other than that, what? So this is what we say, modern economy is offering so many career options. It was all these were not there while you or we were in the schools or in colleges, or it was just developing. Now it has peaked and it has become like this. And I'll take you to a classic example. In December 2025, yeah, last December, there was this Malayalam article. I saw this one, and there was these all photographs of women empowerment. That was the topic about 9 youngsters, all from Trivandrum region. They got job with Adani Port. And what are they doing? They are working with the Vizhinjam Adani Port, a big one. And these 9 young ladies got job there, and their job is controlling the container movement. Crane. With the crane from the ships, no, they are lifting up all these containers. You think about how gigantic and how risky that job is, but this is all being done from the computer rooms. Crane operator's job. How they got it? They got it because they attended a particular skill program offered by Adani Group, and based on the interview they were selected. But what they studied in colleges and all is, read the list. One physics, computer engineering, another one computer science, another one yes, commerce, mathematics. In what way it is related with what they are doing now in the real life? Okay, so they ventured out. A person, for example, graduate in commerce. She didn't persist to that. She went for a skill-based course and got a. It doesn't mean all have to take it, but what I'm saying is those who are interested in this field or those who have talent, and when they take some certain kind of risk and get training, skill-based training, jobs are there. This type of modern economy offering new career options. That's the key point. Then we go to the next part, the fastest growing jobs. World Economic Forum, future of jobs. Same World Economic Forum, future of jobs. This is not India-based report. Internationally, this is a scenario. All countries, they are facing this problem. New jobs are in these 5 lines, according to them. Big data specialists, AI and in IT, you know that. Then fintech engineers. We have all these mutual mutual funds, and so many mutual funds are there. Earlier only very few, share markets mainly. Now it has. Now all SIP and all so many offerings are coming. Who are working behind? Who are the fund managers? And then there is cryptocurrency and all those things. And many apps, fintech apps and all. That's what. Online financial services. Yes. And next one is the AI machine learning. Yes, already mentioned, big data. Okay. Then comes the app developers, softwares. For everything, there is a software. Who develops it? Apps are there, whether in your laptop or in your mobile. So many apps. And the old apps, no, sometimes we shift when a new one, better one comes up. So who creates it? So that's what we. So these are the areas where jobs are there. And then electric vehicles. We are seeing so many electric vehicles in the market. Not many. India, it has just begun only. 10 to 15% of Indian EV market only. It started penetrating, and now the remaining 90 is there. Sorry, 85% is there. It's a big market. And who repairs all these ones? Who makes spare parts for these EV vehicles? Okay, servicing, routine service. And then autonomous cars. If you check Western media and all, you can see the autonomous cars. It is catching up like anything. Autonomous cars, driverless cars, AI related. How it is possible? And their number is increasing, and they are also same thing. Then solar panels. In this country, there is a solar panel revolution is happening. Everywhere, people are buying, installing. After 1 or 2 years, not 1 or 2 years, after 3 4 months, certainly there will be routine cleaning, servicing. All these are essential, and making parts also. So these are the new areas. Jobs are there. So I said electric vehicles, solar panels, autonomous, yes, autonomous vehicles, all these. And that is the World Economic Forum's view. Next one, fastest declining jobs. And this is what we have to understand. We are here. We are still stuck here because we sit in the comfort of the job in our colleges, and we may not be knowing or noticing what is happening outside because we got a job. That's what I said some 5 to 10 years ago. We were all looking for jobs. We got it. Now we are producing kids, and somehow then after that, no, I do not know how far we know what is happening like. But as I said, if my college is not getting students for a course, what is the message for me? They are not interested, or nobody is interested in my college or the college courses which I am being offered from here, and they are going elsewhere, maybe international universities, or maybe national institutes, or maybe other colleges, maybe a deemed university, or another self-financing college paying heavy fees. Okay, and for okay, so the first one here, clerks and secretary posters, PSC, UPSC, and that's what we say. This is highly impacted by automation and digitalization. Highly impacted by automation and digitalization. Clerical posters, secretary posters, it is coming down. Earlier, no, we used to see a lot of advertisements, bank tests, bank exams, and many of our colleges were bank exam Sundays. Now, what's happening? Less number of exams are there. And PSC, UPSC, how many posters are getting filled up? How many posters are getting filled up? In Kerala or many states, what happened? PSC is there, exams are there, candidates, okay, they are all passed and all, but jobs are not happening. So number is coming down. Next one, cashier post, ticket clerk post, TTR. Yeah. Now online payment systems are replacing. You are all from Nagpur. When we go to Bombay or Delhi, metros, what happened? In metro system, we are not seeing ticket clerks at all. Can we expect the same thing in future railway stations and rail routes in coming years? Cashiers, same thing. You scan it or you pay it, and there is an okay, there will be the barcode. That's the way it goes. And third one, what is happening in banks? Best example is the case of SBI. In such institutions, there most of the jobs are taken by yes, other media. SBI nearly manual data entry 90% they have cut down. Okay, then what would be okay? So, and many of us now we do not go to bank at all. Earlier, you just think about while you are in the colleges or in the doing PhD or whatever might be that. How many times you have to visit a bank? No, not required. Sitting at home. Now the banks are there. What I would say is for there is the senior generation, or there are people not in the what we call highly literate and all. They are yet to catch up with all this technology, but that may change within another 10 or 15 years. Banks know that. Know what I meant by that is current young generation, they are well versed with all these online payments and using all these digital formats, whether it is yeah, Google Pay or a Beam or Amazon Pay, whatever might be that, Paytm and all. But the parents and grandparents, not enough. They are not having the expertise. And once they give way, then we will see only yeah, people will be won't be they won't be going to banks and all. And then printing work. We do not go to any computer shops. Just think about where are those companies like NITI, NITI, and then Data Pro. What happened? Then accountants and auditors. What's happening? How do you do your income tax calculation? how you do your income tax calculation. Excel sheet, softwares, some 1 or 2 years ago. Now it was become more easy. You give it to any of these apps, sorry, not apps, the AI tools. They will give a clean statement within no time. Just tell them what is the percentage of your standard deduction and all the payments and all. They will calculate based on the latest India government norms. This is going to be your tax debt, and this is how it. Sorry, all calculation will do it. So whose job is getting replaced here? So that's what I said. Now people with technical skills. So this is why it's known as the fastest declining jobs. But most colleges and we are going with the old style, thinking nothing has happened. Okay. And then I'll take you. Okay. Then where to go for all this skilling and all. Okay. And for that only, Government of India has offered or offering various options. Various online portals are there. Skill India Mission. And these sites now I'll be sharing with you later. You can share with your kids also. Skill India Mission. So in the Skill India Mission, there are websites like this. Not yeah, there is this website which you should take your students, and there you can see authorized center, student corner, gallery, course, online, offline course, all thing. And long list of courses are there. Some courses it require fees. It is our responsibility for the students to join, watch this course and select the right course in addition to what they are doing now. They are studying in our course, agreed. In addition to that, based upon their preferences, their interests, they should select some of these courses. Now, why I say that like that? Because now by one semester of teaching or 2 semesters of teaching, definitely you will get an idea where exactly your student stands, what is his taste and what are his capabilities. And when such students visit this website, they may be having some confusion. Though we think no students should select their own future like that, that is true, but it is like that. And parents now may not be knowing, because especially those coming from poor backgrounds and all, less privileged background, they do not know how to tell what to tell their kids like. So such kids will be, kids means students will be definitely listening to us. And we know, suppose you have a student who is good in critical analysis and all, which subject, which course he should take. So there are long list of courses, and there and all you can provide them guiding them. Okay, and then another website is the same, the Skill India, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. It is ministries, yeah, skill, and the Skill India Hub, upskilling, reskilling, career growth, lifelong learning. All these are possible, and these sites are for us also. We also can upskill. We also can learn a lot of things. It is not declared outside. Lifelong learning. Suppose you are interested. Earlier, no, what we used to do, we study a paper, then we update with the latest books and references. Now this has become necessary. Now, no, it is when when it is going to be skill-based courses, we have to fine-tune our skills also, and for that it may become necessary to join courses here. But anyway, this is for the teachers and for the students, for everybody, depending upon their need and what is there. So another one is the National Skill Development Corporation, NSDC. NSDC offers lots of internship programs, lots of courses, and visit the website. And then when you go to this website, you will see who we are, what we are, schemes and initiatives are there. And then partner party, take it there. NSDC training partner. You can become an NSDC training partner, or your department alone can become, or your entire college can become a training partner of NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation. In addition to your teaching, you are offering certain courses, skill-specific courses, based on the expertise of your institution. Suppose in your department, you have teachers who are all expert in a specific field. And for example, if it is not painting, yeah, I would say yoga or coding, you can. You can become associate with the nearby center, NSDC training center, and you can become a master trainer. Okay, and then in addition to that, there are various other schemes also. Pradhana Mantri Kaushal Kendra, then technical Indian training program, then project number program, PM Vishwakarma. Visit this website, and then what are the options available? And this is for the kids, the students to go there. See, training partner and for all of us. Okay. The other thing we have to find out what are the skilled worker, what are the schemes are being offered there. So what is this NSTC does? It is actually a kind of private and government partnership. Okay, so it enables us the the skilling ecosystem, private sector participation making possible. So what are the options available for college teachers? The number one is, yes, we can become what we would say a training partner, or you can become a part of the system by depending upon the skills you have. And to become a training partner, we have to run skill development courses, and for that, teachers have to attend training of training trainers, TOT courses are there, master trainer program. Simply because meaning you are having a skill in a specific region, sorry, specific field. For example, electrical work or coding or data analysis. That doesn't mean you can offer the course. Instead, you have to attend the NSDC's TOT program, and based on that, you can get the necessary certification. Then your institution can offer. Okay, and the next one, the NSDC. Suppose you are not interested in becoming a training partner or with NSDC, then what we can do, content development is possible. Content development. What is content development? The same thing which you do with the Swayam and the MOOC and all. Similarly, you also can offer courses in the same line. Okay. So, such courses we can skill councils. Okay, you can with your expertise, content development, writing or the content and all. So it will be helpful for the NSDC, and they will, if they approve, that is a recognition for you and also for your institution. Okay, so you need not be a continuously be in addition to your regular teaching. You do not have to be a skill enabler with NSDC. That option is also there. And the fifth one, if none of if it is not possible, what we can think about is, as I told you in the beginning, simply train your students. Train your students so that they will get an idea about what courses has to be taken, what are the various offerings, internships, apprenticeships, help them. Okay, so by doing it and all, we are helping the youngsters what way to get skills. Okay, that is one. So this is the general thing. So far what I said, content development is there, then facilitating apprenticeship and internships, okay, and then becoming part of NSDC's platform also. Okay, then I take you to the another section that is about population size and all. The population pyramid and age classes, demographic advantage which we are having. You can see there are two pictures. One on the right side is India, left side is that of the population pyramid of China. One is pyramid shaped. So pyramid shape means biology, social science teachers neither know that this is a population pyramid where population is placed in different age classes. 0 to 5, what percentage? 5 to 10 age class, 10 to 14 age class. So like that. Okay. So in India 2024, 0 to 4, we put it as the below 5 age group, 4%, 4.1% male and 3.8% females. At the same time, in China, what happened? 1.9%, 0 to 5 age class, 1.9% male kids are there. That is less than 2%. Okay. And females, 1.7%. So when we compare India and China, India has nearly 4% and China has 2% only in the 0 to 5 age group, age class. And the other age class also, the number when compared to India, the number is less in China, and that is why the base is narrow. Whereas in India, the base of the, yeah, the pyramid shaped population age pyramid, the base is broader, and that led to the conclusion India is having lot of youngsters. You can see, look at this. Okay, so we have demographic dividend. 65% of our population is under 35 age group. Okay, so in future we will be having a lot of youngsters, and that will be a great achievement for India. Whereas in China, it will suffer. So that was the glorifications and all these big statements. It appeared in the newspapers and the social media for some 2 years ago. But lately, we are not seeing much about it. Why? Because the data analysis revealed very sad picture. 2024 data, it showed that 2024 age group, 45% are without jobs. 45% are without jobs. So who are this 20-25 age group? The same youngsters we are pumping out. We are producing or manufacturing as per Tagore. And they are. Why? Because they are with theory education. See, 2024 data, 2024, 45% without jobs. I'm talking about a steady, stable income. Employment numbers are not increasing. Academic qualifications, students with a degree or PG, their number is going up. Lots of students with PhD, PG, everything, but no jobs. The problem is they are all good with the theory, no practical learning. That's what I told you in the beginning part. Companies are finding that they are not employable. They are lacking the skills needed for what we say to work in a company. So what to do? So skill development, skill-based education is important. Practical learning, industry relevant, life skills also. And I'll take you to another important point about, sorry, um, article came in the Hindu newspaper. India demography dividend. It is a time bomb. What is a time bomb? It can explode at any time. Why? That we are no year by year. We are producing all these UG, PG students. They all come to us, our colleges, after plus two with the great hopes of getting a job. After coming out from here, when they start searching for the job, they realize that they are unemployable. And what kind of affection they have towards our institutions, and how do they feel, and what are their parents after 3-4 years of studying in a college and spending a lot of money, and the kid is sitting at home. Parents definitely, especially those who are from what we call with lesser education, definitely they will blame the kids. And what sin they have done, and what will be their frame of mind. Okay, and then when they go out also, what happens? Now when we go for the alumni meeting, most of the college they complain, youngsters are not coming. Students from the recent batches, they are not turning up. Why? It's the same reason. They feel embarrassed. And students of last 3-4 years, majority may not be having good jobs. So they are reluctant to come and visit us. Okay. And that's what this article says. We are sitting on top of a time bomb. Time bomb can explode at any time. What does that mean? If you are in the midst of a huge number of 35% or 45% youngsters without no stable job, they are becoming a liability for the country. They studied and they are unhappy, and their resentment, and that will be a big problem. And that will, yeah, why? Because they will get into all sorts of ill habits, what you can think about, making money and other easy, yeah, what we call, what a lot of things we hear and see that's happening. That's the reality. So that's why India's demographic dividend, it is a time bomb. It's a very good article, 2000, yeah, 25 August, I saw it. And next one, and I take you to why this is happening. To understand that, we have to see industrial revolution. Industrial revolution is what? It started happening with the arrival of steam engines. Why steam engine? Yes, it is so important. In around 1800, machines started coming out, steam engines and locomotives, railway lines and all. So people from yeah, Nagpur can move out. They can go to Delhi or Bombay now very easily. Imagine a situation like this. Just look into this picture. What we see here? A bullock cart. Around 1800, our great grandfather, our grandfathers, they were all moving like this. Either in Europe and all, it was horse, and India it was bullock cart, and the bullock cart for agriculture purpose activities, bullock cart for taking water, pumping water, and bullock cart for family trip also. Imagine you are in your village and you have a bullock cart in your family. Bullock cart, how many kilometers you can travel? Maximum 20 kilometers, then you will come back. So that means no, we won't be venturing out. And what are the job opportunities? Agrarian society. So agriculture related business and some bartering system, some activities, mostly. But with the arrival of this machine, people can go out to Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, wherever be. For what? Jobs. Because this is steam engine. So steam engine led to the arrival of what we say a lot of small factories. Thus we say each revolution, industrial revolution transformed society, economy, by society, agricultural society, rural village. You just find out from your great grandfather from where they are coming. Majority will be from rural area villages. Or that particular area would have been, now it has transformed into a semi-urban city, that's all. And they were living like this. No other options. A few of them, with the arrival of these machines, they ventured out into cities, got jobs. But what type of jobs? It is mostly unskilled jobs. Because 1800, 19 till 1950, how many colleges were in your state or your district? Or during your grandfather's time? Few schools, no colleges. So how they were living their life? Okay. So that's part one. Number two, next arrival of next one, namely second industrial two, electricity and more bigger factories, assembly lines like this. What we see here, yeah, Mumbai or Hoshiarpur or in Kanpur and all, and this is from yeah, European cities only. So you are seeing here a garment factory, and there is another industrial factory. Sorry, industry in the maybe an automobile industry or machine making industry. So people are all morning to evening sitting in the same table, same place. Assembly line, they're assembling or making something. Same job from morning to evening. Okay. So this is the second industrial revolution, but this is made possible because of the arrival of electricity. Second industrial revolution, assembly lines, chemicals and not factories. Okay. And Henry Ford and bringing in assembly lines and car making, he made it simple and all. A lot of cars being made in a factory. And there also who are unskilled workers. To understand that, I'll take you to another interesting video. And this video, yeah, that will give you a clear-cut idea. How was the life during second industrial revolution? You just think, imagine, we were living during this 1850 or 1900 period during the second industrial revolution, and what we would have been doing. And that is what that modern times movie 1936. So movies represents the social picture. Okay, so what is present the society at that time, that is what shown in the movies also. You just look at this one, and this is very interesting, and 1 or 2 minutes you watch it. Okay, please. Section 5, give it a limit. So this is a factory where the assembly line, you can say assembly line, yes. And then Yeah, factory owner definitely he wants to boost the productivity. What happens? Yeah, the remaining part you can see in the link which I share with you later. So you have seen what's a factory scene during Industrial Revolution and what's an assembly line. What is the way of life during the second Industrial Revolution? Okay, so okay, that's step two. Then we are currently, sorry, we pass through this one, third Industrial Revolution. Third Industrial Revolution is the period when computers, digital technology started coming in. So if you think about like no, yeah, actually the computers came during the 2000 period. I remember yeah, 90s and all while I was doing PhD and all, there were no Word, no PowerPoint, nothing at all. And then lately more number of computers started coming up. We all started using PowerPoint and all. Can we think something like without a PowerPoint now we are going ahead? Instead you are depending upon all the sites and all. Okay. And then think about the COVID period. Till COVID came, but I would say most colleges, a few teachers would have been using PowerPoint, LCD projectors and all. It all got changed. COVID, that was a big leveler. There, what happened? Yeah, all the teachers who were not willing to use PowerPoint or having a laptop, they all purchased one. And then they mastered digital technology like Zoom or Google Meet or yeah, Microsoft Team. They all mastered. Then what happened? If they were not doing that, what might have happened? And then another classic example I would say is the case of bank managers. Many took VRS during 90s. Same problem. The senior managers, when these computers and all got internet and internet banking came into effect, they were struggling. Imagine your bank and manager doesn't know anything about this. He lacked the experience of because he belongs to another generation. But many mastered, but vast majority struggled and they took the opportunity, and now we see another generation. So this is third industrial revolution where digital and automation became so prevalent. Okay, and I take you to our phase. Now we are in the fourth industrial revolution. The fourth industrial revolution, what happened? AI, robotics, cloud computing. This is what happened. So smart factories, self-learning machines, highly automated production. So if I say like that, you don't understand. So I'll take you to another video. So in this video, what you have to think about, what kind of training, what is happening in the modern factories, And there you have to see how these machines are communicating with each other. Machines, AI, analyzing data, machines are analyzing data, and most decisions are taken automatically. And to work in such a factory, who are required and what kind of training we are providing in the fourth industrial revolution, which I am going to show in this video, what kind of training we are giving, or our engineering colleges including also, because this is an automotive factory, for the youngsters from our college to work. And that is the critical analytical way you have to see it. And you please see it. Okay, very interesting video.
And specifically the Model Y variation that they are building at the Gigafactory in Texas, because this is the most clear example of how Tesla makes a vehicle in a way that no other company. The first stage of this process is going to be fabricating the various panels and vehicle structure that make up the Model Y body. To do that, Tesla is going to use a process called stamping. This is pretty simple. You have two halves of a die mold that hold the shape of the part that you want to make. Then you place a sheet of metal in between those two halves. Typically, that's going to be aluminum, and then the machine stamps down on that sheet of metal to form it into the desired shape. There are going to be dozens of these stamping machines involved in fabricating all of the components that make up the body structure. The next step from there is going to be piecing them all together. That's where the big robot arms and conveyor belts start to come into play. They are welding together all of those stamped pieces to begin forming the skeleton of the Model Y body, moving from one robot down the line to the next, each one adding a new piece of the puzzle. This is what they call the body in white stage of the process. The car is not actually white at this point. It doesn't have any paint at all. I don't know why they call it that. But once the skeleton frame is complete, they're going to start attaching all of the body panels, like the fenders, the doors, the hood, and the trunk. These can't just be slapped on by robots. So there are going to be workers attaching and bolting down all of this bodywork. In theory, they would be ensuring that everything is fitted perfectly straight and even. But in practice, Tesla has been known to fall short on that aspect, though apparently Giga Texas is turning that around with nice, tight fits on the bodywork. From there, we go on to the paint shop, where the assembled body gets sprayed with primer and then sanded down to a level surface. Then it goes through a whole series of spraying and dunking and drying sessions, getting multiple layers of paint and gloss, depending on the finish. White is the easiest, that's why it's the cheapest. Red is the speckles, the paneling fitted, the electronics wired up, process going on to manufacture the Model Y's underbody and powertrain. For that, they're going to start with battery cells along two steps. The electric motors are then integrated into the Giga castings, one in the front and one in the back. Each is connected through a gearbox into the drive axles for all four wheels. The suspension is all tied into the castings, and the brakes and wheels are added to create a big rolling structure, kind of like a skateboard. Then on top of the battery pack, they are going to lay down the carpeted flooring, attach the center console and interior trim, and then bolt down all four seats directly to the top of the structural battery pack. Then the last big step is going to be to drop the finished body directly on top of the frame and powertrain assembly. The two are connected to back and castings. From there, again, in theory, this is where any defects and issues are identified and fixed before the vehicle rolls out to be delivered to the customer. Now, that is how the process works at Giga Texas, and it's fairly similar at Giga Shanghai. So now you have some additional context for how incredible it is that all of that can be done so efficiently that they can produce a brand new Tesla every 30 seconds at the Shanghai factory.
So you have the last sentence. For a car to be manufactured, and that's what I said, boosting productivity with all the highly automated machines and AI and smart machines, smart factories. So this is the current scenario in most of the top-rated international automotive companies, not only Tesla. This video was taken some 4, 5 years ago, and that's why they are boasting they were the number one, and they thought they were unbeatable. They're all out. Anyway, So who are working here? Who are required here? Highly skilled and talented individuals. Remember what I was telling about many of our students when they go abroad, European countries, Canada and all. They are shocked to hear that our degree is not recognized. Our degree is made equal to, yeah, their degree is made equivalent to our UG plus PG. In many top-rated Canadian universities, US universities, UG plus PG. Okay. And then to get a job in any of those companies, Canadian work experience is there. You study in their institution because this kind of instruments and practical part, no, we are lacking. We are not providing theory. Very good in 98% mark and all. And this I have personal experience hearing from many of my students. That's why many of our engineers, they go abroad and struggle. They may not be revealing it all. Or they again have to, 1 year they have to spend. Okay, exception is there. Some private universities and IITs. Anyway, so that's a secondary thing. So, highly skilled, talented. The question, are we providing? So this is fourth industrial revolution. Now what's happening? Smart factories, smart machines, boosting productivity, cheaper and cheaper items. One of the reasons why we are finding it difficult to compete with our neighbors' products. China, smartphones and all, we were producing. Micromax, I remember reading 2020, they were the top ace in this country. They were beaten after that because number of reasons. Not only factories like this, other reasons also, I'll come to that later. Anyway, so this video you watch it later. And then this is not only about automobiles. There are agriculture. Now we are reading a lot about US and European companies, their productivity, agriculture, they want to import, export to our country. And we are saying this is not possible. It will ruin our economy. That is true. Our productivity is low. Why? In the other countries, it's not all, everything is not subsidy. Okay, everything is not subsidized. But whatever might be that, with the latest technology, robots, robotic harvesters, AI-driven tractor, drones. Now we are seeing the war also drones. You are hearing a lot about it. They're marching ahead. So machines are communicating, boost productivity. And next one, food processing and packing. Food processing, cooking. They are also to certain extent. AI, smart machines are there, robots are there. Textile industry, the reason by Bangladesh, I'm repeatedly reading, for the last 1 decade, they are almost beaten us. And we are, okay. So that's all possible with robotic sewing machines. By using the modern technology and skilled people, smart fabric cutting. And to understand more about it, I'll take you to another video just for your sake. That's about what is happening in the food industry. Food industry, yeah, there is one video that's very interesting. One moment. Please wait one moment because this one is directly from the YouTube. Yeah, in this video you will be watching what is the food industry, the automation happening in the New York. And
we are Kernel Foods. We're based here in New York City. The company got started about 2 years ago, did 2 years of R&D, trying to figure out how to take chef craft.
And you heard that word R&D, 2 years of R&D, they developed this machine. They developed. It is not always papers and publications alone, which is needed for the society, the need of the hour.
Crafted fresh food that's made every single day and turn it into fast food using ingredients that you would find in your kitchen. The food industry is certainly facing some challenges these days, and one of them revolves around labor. What we've set out to do is look to say, what are the jobs that are the least appealing to people in the industry, where we could use automation to supplement and make the rest of the jobs better paying jobs, jobs that you want to stay in. When you the kitchen. Agreement in with hot food, a multi-axis robot from KUKA and the automation technology that we put around it allows us to process. And I think we love KUKA for this purpose because KUKA makes an industrial robot that fit our price point and we know is absolutely reliable and something that we can control and manage remotely, which is important as we roll out restaurants all around the country. One of the other things that was unique with the KUKA solution is that we were able to choose an HO robot so that we're able to use food and health grade products in our entire food preparation.
We chose KUKA primarily for...
Yeah, the rest of the video, watch it later. So the purpose of showing this video, this is what we call as what I said, we are in fourth industrial revolution. The job requirements, yes. So what kind of training to be given? Okay, so we have seen automobile industry and then food industry and then garment industry I mentioned. So what is the need? Skilling revolution, that's what happening. Skilling revolution. So if the employees, if they are not seeing all these skills in the employees, what may happen? That's what I said in the beginning. Employees are finding our students are not having the necessary skills to work in the fourth industrial revolution period. So skill requirement shift has become necessary. And we are facing difficulty because, as I said, we belong to another generation. We have been taught in a different way. Remember the first slide where I told you what Rabindranath Tagore said. Don't try to teach the present generation what we learned while we were younger age. Because we belong to another period of time. And the present one belongs to another period of time. Okay, so demands. So highly skilled workers, proficient technology, programming. Now from the videos you understood. So what's the, yeah, and what may happen? Yes, certainly workforce replacement happening. Traditionally large workforce, it is not necessary now. Unemployment, underemployment also. What is underemployment? Not getting the sufficient pay, PhD, MSc, but made to work for, yeah, more hours and less pay. That may happen when more number of doctors comes up. Same thing happens. Doctor salary will go down. Okay, so large population benefit or not? Yes, benefit provided productive and efficiency. So what is required? Companies, countries with a huge population and having a productive population. What productive? Education with vocational training, skill training, and that is what NEP is about. Vocational training. Okay, in technology related fields. So large population is not a big benefit for any country. For the workforce should be educated and skilled. That is the core point. Then we go to the next one. Yeah, otherwise now we will see pages like this. Millions of youngsters are without jobs. And this also from the Hindu, and then frontline article, India wastes its demographic dividend. What's happening? And then another important point, what we have to think about, GDP. So GDP wise, we know we are the one of 198 countries in the world, 198, and we are in the top 10. Very laudable achievement, no doubt about it. And we are number 4 and 5, fluctuating. Anyway, you can take it as 4. But you see who are the number 1. That, yeah, this is all these figures are in. GDP is, you know, what is the GDP like? Okay, it's about the, okay. So, indicator of economic growth and all. The value of all the goods and services provided. So, $30 trillion, America. And they are the number 1 now. Number 2, $20 trillion, China. But the gap is narrowing down. That is why, yeah. And then, 42 trillion, all other countries, even in the top list now what you are saying, the 1, 2, first and 2, they are far ahead. And with the others, wide margin. And what about when you compare with India and China? Remember, 17% of population China. Same number of 17% of population is India. And we are at 4 trillion. Our economy is 4 trillion. And their economy is 19 trillion. And in 1990s, they were behind us. China was economically poor and weaker compared to us. Now they have expanded like anything. And the per capita income, per head income among these 10 top countries, largest economies, you see the last column. All other countries except the fifth one, India is with the 5 digits. That means a lot of poor people are here, low income people are here. Okay. And even Brazil, $17,000, 17,000 around. China, 21,000. Ours is 7,000. This is also not very accurate because other data shows it is lesser than that. What might be how those countries could reach that level? Education and skill development. Okay. And this I take you to the next important part, the link between education and economic development. It was a subject of study for Hanushak and Larger Wasserman, 2021. Hanushak and Wasserman. And their finding is that long-term economic growth is a function of the cognitive skills of the population. Long-run economic growth is a function of the cognitive skills of the population. And what do you mean by cognitive skills of the population? Yeah, the cognitive skills means the people have the capacity to remember and think, learn, remember. Bloom's taxonomy. Cognitive skills. Okay, so it decides the economy of the country. So countries with high growth are with having highly skilled people with cognitive skills, and that is measured with cognitive skill of population. It is measured with certain tests. And now it is 3:30. Is it not a time for a break? And we come back after that, or give me 5 minutes or 2-3 minutes. I'll stop this section. I'll go to the next one. Okay, I gave a break. So link between education and economic growth, and what has happened is long-term economic growth is a function of the cognitive skill, and that's the point. So what is cognitive skill means? Already I said, when we send our child to school and college, what happened? In the initial period, lower order skills, lower order thinking skills, and the higher education, it provides them with higher order thinking skills. So what is this lower order thinking skills? Just remembering, understanding, applying all that capacity. So when a kid goes to school, the first year, first they start remembering and all. Lot of memorizing multiplication tables, and then historical events, history and all, and then understanding the scientific concept, and then applying, grammar and all what they studied in the UP school, high school, they start applying. This is the first level of thinking skills, and then goes to the second level of thinking skills, higher order thinking skill. So when kids enter into the colleges, they should get the analyzing capacity. Okay, analyzing. See, for example, now the Iran US war is there. How many of our students will be able to write a good article about it on their own? What are the reasons? Analyze it. Evaluating. How many can do it? Or you simply ask them to read a book and write a review. How many can do that? I'm asking about our students or our own daughter and son. How many? And creativity. That is the highest level of cognitive skill. With the education, all the schooling and college and all, we should produce something meaningful. It may be something scientific, otherwise it may be something like a product or composing music or like finding a reasons and all. Okay, scientific concept. How many have the capacity? And that's what we call as analyzing highest order of cognitive skill. And that is what happened when our students go out from these colleges and all. Creativity for the society. How many has it? Okay, so thank you. Yeah, shall we take a break and come, or there is no break here? Now it is 3:33. I'll rejoin by 3:40. Not 3:40, 3:45. Okay. No one says nothing. You are all there. We'll rejoin by 3:45. Okay.
Participants, there will be a break for 10 minutes, tea break, and then we will continue. So till that, you can take your tea also, and then we will continue.
Yeah, good evening. I am back here and I am, yes, continuing with the link between education and economic development. And in this respect, yeah, it's a key point of this section because, yeah, there is this particular international exam known as PISA. Many of us are maybe not aware of it, and this is very much connected to the cognitive skills, and this is a test, international recognized test conducted by OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, with 38 developed countries, all these countries in the blue color, Australia, European countries, and both the Americas, some countries. So their purpose is to see that economic and social well-being of people, and they're conducting this test. And the purpose of this test is a two-hour test. Okay, so the 2-hour test, the students of 9th and 10th standard, you can say 10th standard student, 15-year-old students from each country, 5,000 students will be writing the exam. International exam, online exam. Yeah, it is, yes, conducted by OECD, and a 2-hour test. And what is the test content? This test assesses the problem solving capacities, mostly cognitive skills of students. Cognitive skills of students in maths, science, and their general knowledge and ability to solve problems. Okay. So you think like 5,000 students from all these countries, and it is conducted once in 3 years. From all these countries, 5,000 students are writing, and no pre-coaching involved. That is the key point. No pre-coaching. School kids, they are taken. And the results were, used as the assessing the cognitive skills, testing the education system of each country. Okay, so you want to know which country's education system is better. So for that, a particular grading is there, system is there, and the results were like that. What you see in this picture, in 2022, the worldwide ranking, and 2025 is yet to happen. So in the worldwide ranking, the countries you see in this world map, the green color are the top is. Here you have put 27 countries, the top is, all in green color. It's a Wikipedia article, you can refer it later. And the countries in red are the lower performance, low ranking. 81 countries participated, and you can see the entire South America. You see the difference between North America and South America, Canada, US, green, and the Brazil, Peru, Argentina, all those things in red color. Okay. Europe in green color, not entire Europe, some European countries. Okay, and these countries in gray color, Greenland, we leave it. Entire Africa, nobody wrote, only one country wrote, Morocco, no other countries. And the entire Asia, see it carefully. The entire Asia, you can see there is green color only in this part. 6 countries are there, 6 small countries. Okay, and okay, Australia, New Zealand, green color. This is a PISA 2022 world ranking, and who are these top is? So green color shows the top is, and red color the low performers. Okay, and the top is where? Singapore, China, not the entire China. Anyway, part of the China only they send for it. Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, Hong Kong, top countries, world level. See, it is a test run by 38 developed countries. Among the 38 developed countries, all the top ranking has gone to outsiders, countries from Asia, Southeast Asia, and no other Asian countries there. Okay, and these are the topics. And then another thing, in 2009, Government of India, we wrote once, we sent once. 5,000 students from this country wrote the exam with great hopes and all, and that was the greatest tragedy, I would say. In 2019, 74 countries participated. Out of the 74 countries, our rank was 73. After that, in 2012, 15, 18, COVID and all gap here, we did not participate. We are not sending because it is a total embarrassment for the country. Total embarrassment. And Singapore was number 5 in 2009. The same Singapore is number 1. Okay. And why this test and all? So this is the test. Current result is like that. And here you can see the top 20. America is 18th. Germany is not here. They were quite disturbed. That's what the Wikipedia article says. And then who are these top countries? And for this test is for what? Remember what I told initially about education, economic development? Economic growth is a function of cognitive skill of the population. Cognitive skill. So to test the cognitive skills, there is this particular international grading test is the parameter they used, Hanushek and Wasserman. Okay, agreed. And then the PISA test, what does it say? It says about, these 6 countries. What is their importance? These are the 6 countries according to the World Bank. It is known as the East Asian miracle. East Asian miracle. Last 40 years or since 1960s and all. These are the countries. Tremendous, extraordinary economic growth, extraordinary economic development. So they are known as the East Asian miracle. And Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, we know what are the reasons. Second one, I take Japan, we know. South Korea also. Now we are using all the Samsung. See, after Apple, it is whether it's Samsung, automobile industry, Hyundai, Kia, Samsung, Lucky Goldstar, all. So many things. Taiwan. Okay. And then what are these tests says? Identifying the inequalities, regional differences. PISA test is a good parameter for benchmarking also to understand. Now, when I say these are the 6 top players of the world, their education system is good. And those countries are economically good, economically far ahead. Policy making. Why policy making? Policy making means that at least the question, why India failed? Why we are not participating? This question many teachers ask me. Okay. Then globally, where do we stand? This I heard enough from the students of my college who went abroad with the great scholarships and all, but they found out that compared to the other students from these countries, Vietnam, South Korea, and they used to lament, sir, their education system may be different. That's why their perspective is different, the way they handle things. We are good in theory, we get good scores, but it is theory that is not important alone. Theory is not alone, it won't help. Practical things, analytic. And then when it comes to the question of project works and all, they fare well. Then 5th one, read it carefully. Who is responsible for all this? Accountable. If 5,000 students from this country wrote this online exam, internationally well-reputed one, PISA, and if we are not in the top 73 out of the 74. Who is responsible? It simply says our education system is not compared to the rest of the one, not good enough. Okay. And this Latin American red mark, which I showed you, that is what known as the Latin American puzzle. Latin American puzzle. Why? Because there what happened? So many schools, so many colleges. And that is what Hanushek and Oseman in their 2015 article, knowledge capital of nations, that's what I say. Knowledge capital of nation is it stresses the need for skill development. And in that particular book, now very clearly they say that most politicians, researchers, they look for proxies. Proxies means, yes, they focus upon infrastructure, how many schools, whether each village is having a school or all schools are having, high number of students. And they say clearly that does not matter. What is important is learning outcome. Policy makers, instead of proclaiming we have in each village one school, 100% literacy, all are having reading ability, that alone won't point towards economic growth, won't lead to economic growth. What is required is the skill, the learning outcome. Okay, and that is where this East Asian miracle is the classic example. Okay, then I take you to the next one. So the top performers, I say, okay. So I would request you to read that particular paper also. Then we go to agriculture. So skill development. See, remember there was a time when we are the toppers in agriculture. Traditional agriculture, yes, China and India and some South American countries, they were far ahead. Traditionally, many of these vegetables which we eat, these all came from all these countries. And then only it spread out with the help of, Christopher Columbus period or Vasco da Gama's period and all. That's another thing. But read carefully in this image. What you're seeing here, leading global, because this is very relevant to India also now. Now we are hearing a lot of articles about our farmers are suffering. And if all these international export is permitted, what may happen? What is the reason for so much of international export possible by the European or American countries? And you see, number one global exporter of agricultural product is, so that means the largest agricultural product quantity of largest producer of agricultural product is America. Okay, agreed. Number two, really the white one, Netherlands. What is the difference here? Compared to America, the size of Netherlands is 1 by 220. Netherlands is 133rd, 133rd size-wise in the world. And you see other countries, US, Brazil, Germany, China, they are all in the top 10 list size-wise. India is nowhere in the picture. So largest exporter number one, America. And the second one is a small country, just like comparing India with Kerala or India with Sri Lanka. Small strip of land, and they are the second largest exporter 2020 data. How they reached that level? And there is a very big lesson for us. We have to see that. And I'm citing one example: tomato yield per hectare. Netherlands produces per hectare. 1 hectare is 1 football ground, like 1 football ground, nearly 20-25 tons. And the same, open agriculture in the Netherlands, they produce 50 to 75 tons. So 2 to 3 times. But open agriculture is not so welcomed in the European countries. Why? Pesticides. You cannot apply pesticides as we do indiscriminate. So we cannot. You will be sued. And fertilizers. Fertilizer also. You cannot put all these huge quantity of fertilizer, even if it is organic fertilizer, into your farm, because it will pollute the nearby aquatic body, river or ponds. Not permitted. European rules are very strict. So now that is why we are hearing a lot of all these issues coming up. Farmers are aggregated, they are all protesting in Europe and all. Anyway, so in India, per hectare 2025, and in the modern agro farms of Netherlands, the productivity is 200 to 600 tons per hectare. How could reach that level? So what I am saying here is about the paper is a class about skill and development, skill development. So we have to think about their modern agriculture skill, modern greenhouse agriculture technology. They have made it possible, that is not using open land. Instead, and the size also. Netherlands, they are the agriculture exporter. They have become using 0.5% of the farmland. It is not the open farmland. They are using land, but that's a different variety, which you are going to see in this image or in video. That will give a clear picture. So they have made it possible by farming plants inside greenhouse technology or vertical indoor farming and all. One moment. So for that, now you have to, I'll take you to one video, you watch it, and it will give you a clear-cut picture what exactly is happening in the western part of the world and where do we stand. And the question we have to ask ourselves, why we are lagging behind like this. And this is the video. I'll put this one on.
Revenue Alpine.
It's a very interesting video, very informative also. Yeah, please watch it. So while watching this video, what you have to think about the first part, we have seen all the images. Now there, the buildings are, these are the greenhouse, okay, and the materials which are used is not plastic, and these plants are not grown in soil. I said these all are huge buildings, and each building is the size of 10 to 15 hectares. 1 hectare, one football ground, 10 to 15 hectares, huge buildings. And it is covered with a transparent material, so light can enter. European country, -10, -5, the current temperature, winter and all. Okay, so when during the summer only it is kept open, and plastic material is not used. Okay, so then we are using the use of AI and precision agriculture. This is what we said. Okay, and the remaining part is about the AI tools that we have seen now. Here all we see automation, mostly automated, boosting productivity, automation. This is a rooftop I said. This is openable, tiltable. During the summer season, it can be kept open, and winter it can be kept closed. and during the winter, heating mechanisms, heating options. So this is another point you have to remember. See, this is a European country, and there is very clear written they can grow anything. And this bell pepper is capsicum. And remember, these are the country, yeah, who came to India before the British in search of pepper. Dutch East India Company, they were beaten. They were beaten by the local kings of Kerala at that time. It's all in the Wikipedia, you can see if you're interested. And they came in search of pepper, black pepper. And the same pepper now they can grow very well there. Okay, that's another thing. Yeah, what you see here is inside of a single, yeah, greenhouse farm. There are nearly 4,000 to 5,000 of in this small country. It's a small country. Holland or Netherlands, it's a small country. And 80% is exported. So you have seen who are working here and what is the working conditions and how they reach level. And there comes the question of research. But before that, I want to take you to another video also, because otherwise, towards the end, someone will say these all are possible only in developed countries. And the nearby country, and another video to take you, and that's from Baku. Baku is Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is a small country. Yeah, it was part of Russia, not at all economically so well and all. You just see what they are doing. And they are also following the same thing some 5-7 years ago, 2017 onwards. And see this one for 1 or 2 minutes. The rest you can see later. And once again, remember what I said in the beginning, that is, food industry, they are the second largest exporters. How they have become? Number one question. Number one, we were traditional agriculture, we were the toppers. There was a period, but now this is all about the modern agricultural skills and the methodology they are employing based on the research and development. Another important thing which I will be explaining later, this is not, the material is non-plastic, biodegradable, and not soil. Instead, they are using either volcanic rock, softened volcanic rock, otherwise that is known as rock fiber, otherwise it is coconut fiber. And where in Europe coconut and coconut fiber? That's another question. Okay. So, and then steel fiber also, just like our kitchen scrubber in finest form. See, plants know for their roots some material medium is required. They can grow in water also, and to add nutrients are added. So, hybrid plants of high productivity and grown without soil, and that's what you are seeing here. And read the title like young employees among the local population. So I stop here. So this is what we call as the modern agriculture technology and the skills, and how they reach this level, and to fight with the not no export market and all. See, we started this topic, remember I said 80, yeah, second largest agriculture exporter is Netherlands. How they reach that level, their technology. India, our productivity 20-25 tons, and we hear a lot of grievances like our farmers are struggling that way, this way, and all. But how can they progress when we are with the old technology? And on the other side, here we are seeing people walking in air-conditioned farms like this, and they are making 250, 200 or 600 tons per hectare, and definitely they will look for export market. Of course, otherwise, no, we cannot stand on our own. And then another thing, yeah, this is the under innovation. This is from Japan and Russia, yeah, America. Instead of making the plants sleep during the night time, they are provided LED light. So in there the buildings are with LED light. Not all plants can go like that because they are not making the plants, allowing the plants to sleep. So 24-hour sunlight, instead of sunlight, LED light is given. And this is from the live website. You can check it later. I'll be sharing the PowerPoint notes later. Then another one, advertisement from the Philips. And what the Philips says, grow strawberries with LED light, LED top lighting for their product. So definitely they would have supported the research of this kind, and they have the results, company is benefiting, and the farmers are also benefiting. So what we see here is the innovation that we are thinking and all, how to make, that's searched out what plants can be grown like this, and then with the LED light is possible or not, and application of all these skills ultimately to the success. And this is the number of farms I said, 4,000 greenhouses are there, and 1.5 lakh workers. You have seen who are the workers there, youngest days. Yes, 80% exported. And what are the materials used? These all from the live websites. You can link later. Those who are anyone is interested. Yeah, hydroponic system, and this is the one which I said, coconut fiber. And it was a shock for me because I'm from Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. We all have so much of coconut here, and all this coconut husk. Yeah, people after the use they simply burn it, and it is not easily degradable coconut. Yeah, bed and all they're using it, mat and all coconut fiber, and the European they found out that this can be used as a replacement, non-harming to the environment, and that's what they're doing. And they import it from Mexico because it is close to Europe. And this video I'll share later. There you can see some Mexicans are saying they are benefited because of these Dutch people and Dutch companies who wants their coconut husk. And in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, we have so much of this coconut, and they found out that this can be used, the best material for instead of soil. So plants are there. Another one. Here all we think about the research. Who developed it? Who thought about like that? Volcanic rock, heated to 1005 degree. It is black granite, 1005 degrees Celsius. It becomes soft, and that is used in place of soil. And another one is the perlite, steel fiber. And this is one from another, this image to show. In India, 2025, I saw in Hindu this article. Farmers are separating, drying turmeric in Nizamabad, agriculture market, 2025. What is this technology? 40-14 degrees Celsius, definitely. And it will take nearly 1 week for the turmeric to dry. And here we are seeing 3 people. So that's what crossed my mind. 3 farmers are working here. Am I showing the? Is it okay? Is it all visible? Yeah, this is what I showed earlier. I'm not sure whether no it was displayed or not. That's why I'm showing again. Okay. So what do you see here? The farmers are. So there is nothing wrong in that. But this has been our practice for even after 79 years after independence, we are still here. And these 3 farmers are working there, maybe out of their poverty and all, low paid certainly. Okay. And what about their children? They may be with all subsidies and all, maybe in our colleges and all, how many of them will, whether it is from Maharashtra or Andhra Pradesh or Kerala, how many will go back to agriculture? At the same time, you compare with the scenario in the Azerbaijan or in the European agro farms, better conditions are the higher productivity. And why? And there is an article, Indian industry is the culprit. It was written by one Professor Jayan from IIT Delhi, and it came as a newspaper article. And there are publications also here. And there he says that Indian industry normally, generally do not support innovative methodologies when somebody brings up. Companies are not. Suppose you are coming out with a better technology to dry this turmeric in Maharashtra or anywhere, and we require funds, and we go to either we have the option of going to DST, UGC, and all. That is not always possible. If you see company support, company will be thinking another way. Why should I give 10 lakhs rupees to this professor? Instead of that, now we have so many. We have so many cheap labor available. Then why should we support? And that is the mindset. Okay, and that's what they are. Okay, and then another one from the same article, he says, export garment export. Yes, we are reading in the papers. America has put a tax, and also we are in the industry struggling and all. Even before in March 2000. March, this article was there. That is about, see, Bangladesh and Vietnam outperformed India, garment industry. We are behind because we are reluctant to modernize. Hindu article says it. And if we feel that, and what is the reason? And then GDP, agriculture and allied sectors. And we can see GDP wise, agriculture is leading only 17% of the Indian economy. But the number of people working there, nearly 55% of the workforce, India's workforce. Out of the total GDP, only 17%. Rest from industry, service sector, 17% of the GDP from agriculture. But how many are working there? 55% of country's total workforce. Take it as a huge vote bank. All are there to cry for them. Any changes, and they are the people who you have seen like this. And they do not know what is modern technology. And to bring in the modern technology, they do not know. They are not watching videos, and education lacking, facilities lacking. And when someone tries to bring in a change, the real politics happens in this country. Ultimately, we all go down like this. That's what's happening. You have seen, that's why I showed you the Azerbaijan. They copied it from that, taken it from the nearby countries. Huge industries, only big firms can do that. Productivity is very high. And the garment industry also same thing happening. Okay. So then there is one more subject. Then Maharashtra is having a lot of cotton farmers. This was in Hindu is one of the top rated newspaper in South India and all. They have written here. Indian Cotton Association complains. Cotton productivity, cotton import is there. Indian cotton farmers will be affected. And you read the productivity. Indian cotton productivity 450 kilogram per hectare. Brazil, it is 1800, 2000 kilogram per hectare. And how can we stand with them? And how they reach that level? That is with, again, modern technology. What better technology? Climate is okay. Precision agriculture and GM feeds. And I'm not saying GM seed, I'm not a person to say anything about it anyway, but genetically modified seeds. All these countries, China, Australia, America, they have been using for the past 10 years. They are producing it. And here it is all strong opposition. And our farmers, they just simply follow what the leaders will say. And ultimately, you know what's happening. A lot of all these farmers, suicide and all. So what we can do as a teacher, that's the question. See, that is where the change has to come. Why? Education and training. We have, with the NEP is offering, whatever your region is required. If you are from a region where agriculture is dominating, agriculture there, anywhere this kind of technology, this kind of agriculture is possible. Awareness. Now we are teachers, most dedicated. How many of us are aware of this kind of greenhouse technology and this is being practiced in Europe and all? And instead we read in our newspapers biased articles, this is all highly subsidized. Subsidy may be there because when high productivity is there, definitely. But the other side also there. High productivity they have reached, modern techniques, farming techniques. And who will train our farmers? And we will say that is a responsibility to agriculture universities. No, that is what this NEP is trying to undo. There is nothing like that. If your region is an agriculture belt or a farming belt, it is our responsibility to see that offer the right courses, one semester, one course. So provide exposure and remove all the routine, monotonous, meaningless practicals, which is just for academic purpose alone. Bring in practicals which are of use. And then how to make the products marketable. I'll cite the example of Australian apple and just one minute. No, this is what, just read the text now, what is written here. So what we can do. Okay, so value addiction. Before that, no, yeah, education awareing, and this is what our colleges and we can offer. Yes, a model farm in a campus instead of the routine practicals, lab-oriented practicals which we have been doing for many decades. Bring in something. This I'm talking. Suppose no, is in Maharashtra. I know when I travel Nasik and all. This is the wine belt of the country. Help the wine farmers or bring in the latest technology, boost the productivity. Yes, and the necessary courses. And similarly, I was talking to a Kashmiri university teachers, and they were telling the same thing. Yeah, that's less like in Netherlands. You can grow anything there with proper infrastructure. Okay. So similarly here also, what we can do for technology adaptation, student involvement. When students come to, okay.
You are not audible, sir.
So what you see here, this is a tragedy of this country. We are not aware of all these techniques, and we read all the misleading articles like no, and then our yeah. So this is the core point. So what we can do, adopting about then about the farmers also. So I was talking to Kashmir. The simple question I asked them: why in the South India and all we get mostly Australian apple throughout the year? Australian apple is here, not Himalayan apple or Kashmiri apple. The reason is simple: transporting from Himalaya to Kashmir to or from Shimla to southern region not happening, and they lack the technology. This is seasonal, highly seasonal, just 3 4 months, and the rest of the months are taken over by Australians. Yeah. They have the technology and they know how to bring it here and how to make the same apple marketable, value added products. And when I visit these supermarkets and all, what I see here, apples and pineapples from Indonesia, Malaysia here, nicely packed. And we lack the technology, not technology. Nobody is thinking in these lines. And that is exactly what in the Indian IKS knowledge system also. We have many traditional things, but how to properly market, you are a failure. But who will take the leadership? Innovative, creative ideas like using coconut fiber. See, I am from a region where all these coconut and coconut fiber is here, but we are simply wasting it. And there's the Europe now where no coconut trees are there. They know how to, they have for the past what nearly more than 10 years, they are using it. So that's what I said in the beginning. I mentioned no, that is here now comes the question of research and development. There they are supported by the industry, sorry, the universities. Depending upon the need of the university, sorry, the farmer industries support the research. Philips offering LED light and strawberry farmers are benefited. That's the way. And here what happens. So then we go to the other side. Okay. So what we can do is simple. Bring in, say, our rural areas. If you are from a rural college, yeah, sit together and decide what is needed and bring in this kind of awareness about this type of methodologies. It will help the farmers. It will help the students. And students know they are not all going to be farmers. I'm not saying that. Maybe many from families. And with the creative ideas, they will search website or they can get in international collaborations and bring in this kind of changes to the economy or to the agriculture system. That is the other part which we can promote. Okay. Then we go to the next one. Yeah, this is another thing. We have read about all these. Electric vehicle boom. 53% of world's electric vehicle battery is coming from China. And what about India? It's in the second line. 2023-24 period, we have nearly 20 lakhs vehicles. All the vehicles from batteries with China. We are now only last year we attempting lithium batteries, and they became the market leaders in that field with nearly 20 years of effort. 20 years. So all these $7 billion is all going to in China. India's money is reaching China because they have the cheapest battery technology. They have the skill in producing cheap lithium-ion batteries. Lithium batteries. Mobile phone also same thing. That's what the Micromax just said. 2020, they were the leader in country. But when the technology changed, their batteries became efficient and cheapest technology. Solar panel also same thing. 80% world market, China. Cheapest and most productive solar panels. They have the skill and technology. How that is possible for that country? And we are behind them, but still we are finding it tough. That's why we cannot export like them. Actually, China killed the entire European solar companies. That's the word. Okay. And then regarding the battery, it all started in 2000. And by 2000, their government from the idea came in University of Texas, 1996. John B. Goodenough, he discovers that lithium iron phosphate, it can be used as a cathode material. That's the beginning only. Further, all development happened in China, research and development. And by 2010, they became the largest producer of lithium battery. 2015, remember, that is the period when we were all complaining, batteries are wasting. Remember the mobile phones, smartphones came. And we were reading a lot of reports about phone boosting and all. Now, no such problems at all. And we all blamed China, but they researched and they have got the skill, upper hand. Now they are the leading producers. And now in 2020, we heard they have their batteries, recycling technology. What is that? Electric vehicles. We are all worried about buying a vehicle after a few years. The battery, it has to be costly. It will be costly. Now they are ready with battery recycle technology. And now the latest one, what I read recently, Yes, they are ready with the sodium battery because lithium has become costly. There are a lot of environmental issues also from South America to bring in, mining and all. And now India is almost getting ready with the lithium batteries. And meanwhile, our nearest neighbor is nearly ready with the sodium battery. Sodium is the cheapest one. Sodium chloride, salt, seawater, lot of salt is there. So that's what we call the skills and all. How it is happening all in that country. And GDP already showed this diagram, 20 trillion, and we are 4 trillion, 5 times $1 trillion. They are ahead of us. And see what are the people we have? India, 17% of population, 1.46 now. China has 1.42. And what exactly we are doing? That's the question. And this is exactly what this education system. There is something wrong. We have this many people, and they have also. But now they are. This is what I said. If they are the number 2 in the world, all other countries are small with population wise. And we have population and we have space that we are behind. And how far, how long we can go like this? And what's the reason for global dominance in electric, all this? See, this is the web page from smartphone. If you look for, or anything, most of these electronic items, all from China. Cheapest one is from China. How is possible? They are the global manufacturing hub they have become. How it's possible? And recently you might have heard about the rare earth minerals also, same story. Rare earth minerals, there are 17 minerals which are known as rare earth elements. They are not rare at all. We have a huge source of that. India has 6 million metric tons reserve. China has 44 million, that's another thing. But anyway, these 17 rare earth elements, it is not rare. The only problem is to extract them economically. Technology is needed, and that technology China has. Processing capacity, 80-90% of global refining capacity is with China, and a skill. You take it as a skill. Okay, and products also. So with that processing capacity, they are producing 60-70% of world's rare earth materials, and this is exactly okay. I'll come to that next one. And these 17 rare earth elements are needed for what? Smartphones, 6 to 8 for each smartphone. If China is not supplying to India or America or many European countries, 60-70% of production will be stopped. These are the elements. Camera lens coating, lambdanum. And for that, lambdanum is required. It has to come from China. Electric vehicles, there are 8 to 10 rare earth elements for each electric vehicle. All has to come from China. And if you check Google and all, internet and all, you can see India was facing a difficulty 2 months ago. Chinese, India, all these problems. That is why we cannot antagonize that country. What is the reason for America treating respectfully this country? Oil import. India is getting all the fines. The same, America is not slapping fines on China. What is the reason? This is the thing. Because if China stops supplying rare earth elements to America, their smartphone and their electric vehicles or the vehicle industry will suffer. Industry will suffer. And the question we have to ask, they have the skills for all this. With 17% of population, we are lacking. Why? And that is the next part. And all these softwares, it was all came from China first. DeepSeek or TikTok or Temu, creativity, critical mentality, and how it is possible, that is where the catch comes. They have technical vocational training through, yes, their ITIs and polytechnics and their engineering system. That is good. Engineering colleges, they are good. Their education system is also like ours only. They have colleges, universities, okay, and they have vocational schools, vocational system. But there the difference is after 9th grade, middle school, 9th or 10th standard, that period, students, 50% of Chinese are going for vocational training. That is happening in this country. 50% they go for vocational schools. Okay, so vocational education is very much prevalent. Remember in the beginning, I was telling companies are finding employees. Employees are not getting the skilled employees. In China, this problem is not there. Number one. Number two, another one. Yeah, they have academy and industry relationship collaborations, industry collaborations, apprenticeship program. All the colleges, all the universities, they have with strong collaboration, strong industry collaboration is there. And there, what happened? The colleges and the universities, they combine with the industries, and industries design courses. Read it carefully. And we all do all sort of collaborations, apprenticeships for during the NAC period. That is what happens. We have everything, but not in the right way. So there, what was you can see, companies no co-design courses, and then what happened? Dual education, apprenticeship model. What is this apprenticeship model means? You are offering a course. Students will be studying for 1 or 2 years. The remaining 50% of the time in the factories. This they copied from Chinese system, dual education system. They copied from Germany. Many years ago, Germany was doing it. Students study in education institutions, 50% of the time in factories. So by the time students come out from a college and factory, job ready skill. And for to do that, strong, good industry collaboration is necessary. Number three, government investment, vocational training. Yes, Government of India provides funds, UGC, DST, everybody is providing fund. But our system, it was all the funds comes to an institution, college or university. There the senior teachers decides, or the head of the department, or the principal, and the youngest is, they never took it seriously. And my warning to all the young teachers, see the seniors like me, we have under 1 or 2 years. And in your case, see to sustain or to see that our college or your institution is sustained there, we have to see that the right courses and the right skills are coming out from the institution. And for that, good labs, state-of-art labs, AI and robotics are becoming related topics have to be introduced. It will be certainly difficult for all of us. And then apprenticeships and all, it is necessary. Otherwise, it cannot go on. So if you are getting funds from now PM Usha, PM Rusa, now PM Usha and all those funds are there. Decision making, don't leave to the senior teachers or to the principals. The youngest teachers have to take the upper hand. With your research and experience, you have to find out what is the required one and bring in good labs and good course also. Then the fourth one, cultural shift. This is another problem in India. Suppose your son or daughter after +2 is going for ITI or a polytechnic. She says, no, I want to get, or he says, I want to get a training. I don't want to study the routine, usual UG, PG and all. We will not permit them. Even if we permit, your relatives will not. And all the society, they will say, no, that fellow, his son, daughter may be crazy, or no, they are not maybe poor in studies, or it might be that. And that's the difference. In China, vocational careers, you can see number of tubes you might have seen, nurseries and all. The kids, they start learning a lot of things. Maybe simple things, maybe stitching, sewing, painting, everything. So for them, it is all a kind of craftsman, learning some craft, some skill, and that becomes their motto. From a very young age, they do that. In our nurseries, we will train them for singing, dancing, and all shows. That won't help. And then what to be integrated into our education system? Yes, AI, robotics, automation. It has to. Not in vocational schools, our colleges also. There we have to bring in. Otherwise, as I warn you again repeatedly, there are, with international collaboration and all, many institutions will come. And fees will not be a problem for the students at all. Why? Now banks are there. And if they're getting admission in a good institution, banks are ready to support them. And even if the fees are high, then the first batch goes out and gets a job. Definitely, that will grow up. So similarly, it has become our responsibility, not the institutional principal or manager or the vice chancellor responsibility, to see that the courses are getting updated by bringing these fields, whether it is AI or robotics or yeah, now we all hear in the papers, newspapers, semiconductor fabrication. 2 years government of India tried, and no industry was coming forward. And yeah, 2 to 3 years ago, and then with Tata and tie up with some Taiwan company, now it is happening. So semiconductor has a huge yeah, future. And similarly, EV vehicles, yes, it is going to grow in India. Battery technology, there will be a lot of takers. We cannot stay away from all these. Okay. And then R&D, local R&D, what is needed? China did not copy everything from America. They got the basics, then they researched out what is the requirement. And in the Netherlands, you have seen that. If they found out how coconut fiber, which is not in their country at all, to use for their agriculture, that is their success. Localized research. Then private participation, that is important. And next one, continuous reforms. See, this is the problem in India generally. Yes, we all taken like teaching is the easiest job. It has all gone. Now with the AI, all these, yeah, not AI, all these tools available, Copilot or ChatGPT and all. So let's get all information there. And now, so theoretical learning of anyone can get from anywhere. And we have to match up with what is happening in the technological field, your subject also. So for that, lifelong learning. So you did MSc or UG and PG, and then the old trend was with a little bit of updating, it would have been going on. That's all over. Now, as I shown in various videos, automation, AI skills, smart machines, and how to use all these machines, theoretical learning, technical institutions, technical laboratories. It has all become essential now. Okay, if your institution is poor, no point in lamenting like that. Find out from where funds are available, maybe from your panchayat or municipal or corporation, whatever might be that, or maybe from private industry or from state government, whatever might be that. Each institution has to find out that how to improve the system. Okay, so this is a general, and then there may be a few of you at least will be saying, how is it possible we are not having funds and all? That's why I stated like that. Okay, and then another thing, two simple things. What about the assignments and seminars? It has been introduced as part of the curriculum long ago, and for what purpose? In 1980s and 19 European and the American education system, they brought in this credit system with assignments and seminars. Assignments for what? Give a topic to a student, relevant topic, so the student can. If you are from Nasik, if you are from Nagpur, the cotton farmers, their problem, ask the student write an essay. They have to think, analyze, and then write an article. But instead, what we will do, we will give them easy topics, and then they will copy something from the internet, and we will sign it. Copy paste culture. Actually, assignments are not for that. It is for developing critical thinking. Each student has to think and analyze and write. And then what happened when he presents in a classroom? Suppose a student from agriculture belt, he is presenting a subject in his classroom. Students from the other sectors who are not in the agriculture, who are research oriented, or from industries, or with parents in the job with jobs and all, salaried parents. Okay, and everybody will come to know these are the issues facing the problems of Nagpur in the orange industry, or the apple industry in Kashmir, or the problems of the Nasik farmers. And then they may think they will come out with something which is beneficial for the society. Everybody will come to know. Okay, and then while presenting what happened, teacher also will be asking questions. All the 30 students will be asking. This is a system which is in the international top-rated university. So critical thinking, it helps. And they come to know what is the requirement of the region and what is our what exactly we are doing. We simply the seminars are critical. Yeah. Seminars are important because it helps the students get public speaking capacity. When they go out as a representative big company, they know how to speak. Okay, this capacity, presentation skills, company meetings, they have to present PowerPoints and all, and then presentation. So those students who are quite good in seminar presentations, okay, and then discussions will happen. This is all important company meetings. But is that happening in our institutions? No. So assignment seminars, actually it is a way of creativity. Sorry, producing skills and all. We are not proving way for that. Teachers' responsibility. What is our responsibility? Passive involvement only. And assignments, we permit them to write whatever is. That's the general pattern. Maybe there are institutions where it is different, but this is what. So it's all considered as missed opportunities. We spoiled it. Okay, so that's why our company like, okay, then coming to language and social science, many teachers may be having that doubt. Yeah, I'm talking all about integrated technology, AI and all. That doesn't mean social science and language are not necessary. Texts are there, apps will come, but someone has to speak to introduce it in the Marathawala region. Someone has to speak in Maratha, the necessary language that has to become, sorry, the student or the employee should have. From where they get it? And for that, languages are necessary to explain it in the simple basic language, and then to introduce a product in the Maratha region. For example, the next example is Paytm. I'm saying about Paytm app. So how to introduce the Paytm app? It's a fintech example. Okay. So digital payment, how to introduce the subject to the farmers, and how to talk to the farmers about the credit benefit and all. And for that, a person who is knowing a social science teacher or a educated person who is knowing the reality of the region. So that's what we call in general as the cultural, linguistic, and economic realities of each region that should be related to the product. Otherwise, no product can be marketable. Simple thing, dishwasher. How to promote in a region, in a rural region, for that language is there. Economic benefit, who has to provide the data? So this is what you have to think about like that. So the core point here is to prepare students who are coming to language and social sciences. You have to see that how they are well equipped with AI and how they can talk or bring in all these AI and all the latest digital technologies or the modern technologies to the needed people. And for that, language and social science. But this many large number may not be necessary, but they have. It's not. But for that, training also has to come from the social science departments and from language departments. Then another thing, the next one is languages. See, earlier languages were used for mainly writing and all, but the theoretical part is gone now. Now, whatever you want to write, grammar checking or writing any article, this all, many of these apps can do very easily. So now what is required? Grammar correction, spelling correction, writing an article, that's all now almost okay. But creativity, there are a lot of things, writing a book and poem, but that everyone may not be knowing. All language students know, they are not going to learn it. Then what is required now? So for that, what I would say, language teachers also should be knowing, yes, what are the new gadgets which are come in the computer paper. That's why with the NEP, now the English student or the Hindi language student, he has option of joining data science class or coding, and then when attending such a class, he will think like that, how this can be used in my field. And that is where we are lagging, because we trained in the other way. So interdisciplinary expert each student has to become, and that is what we call as, in the case of computer languages, the so-called topic, namely NLP, natural language processing. Yes, there are so many regional languages are there, and all these apps like available for translation and all, they cannot translate each and everything. They cannot. Mostly they concentrate on English language. When it comes to regional languages, there are a lot of opportunities available, and that is where the future lies for the language in generally. Okay, that is one aspect. Then other side is, yeah, NLP offering is the case of social media. Now, so many people are writing books, novels, yeah, reading all that is there, but it has come down. But instead, now what is happening is social media platforms are growing up like anything. People are spending a lot of time, YouTube or Facebook or whatever. What kind of language be used? So that is what it is required now. Discourse analyze the social media and to perform the social media, how to do it, how it can be attractive. So language necessary for social media. Like so, this is one example I'm setting. Okay. Then another one is the case of power dynamics. Language be used in politics and all, public speaking, politicians. Then because earlier all the social media and all the TV channels were not there. Take the case of Donald Trump, the way he speaks, the way he utters, it is all purposefully. That's what I feel like. He has got nice training from somebody and he knows how to make what kind of statement to make. He read it out. So he knows what kind of language we used in his field of politics, whether it is threatening, the Ukrainian president or treating Indian president, who might be that. So this here all we see languages, okay, and then literal analysis. Everything no, the software cannot analyze all these AI tools. It cannot because emotions, especially. That is why when we ask the software tool to translate something, often they say, "See, I cannot understand. I cannot translate correctly, like the way you think," because they don't get the emotions. And the same word will be having different meanings. That all they cannot make out, and the social context also. And they will say ultimately, I'm a machine. Authorship analysis. You give a tell a software to analyze the authorship analysis of same author. Same author wrote two, three books. All such things. So there are various things like that. So this is all not possible with us. So here all what I'm highlighting is computational linguistics. A language teacher is with the interdisciplinary expertise of knowing which tool to know. And for that, no point in saying I am a language teacher, I will learn only English. That won't help in the coming years. This is what required. And the students coming from the language class also, there should be an international interdisciplinary expertise. To survive in this world, in the coming years, it is necessary to get expertise in these fields. And that is the way we have to redesign our courses. So autonomous colleges can do it more properly. That's what I would say. Like, okay, here I am citing one example, another 5 minutes to go. Here you can see, if you give a translation to a AI tool, yes, Marathi, yes, or in Hindi, this line which is written here, now din chale udaya kos. And the AI will translate like that, walk 2.5 times in 9 days. But actually the correct meaning in the context is idiom or in the metaphors and all. Someone very slow or inefficient. AI is confused. And then the other one, Hindi, dil beda hone chahiye. Yeah, and here they will translate it as the heart should be big. But actually, what is the meaning? So this is what I said, machines know all these things. And second one is more funny, remains in a camel's mouth. So this is what I said. Yeah, if AI, they cannot recognize the cultural usage or no, the regional context and okay, satire and all. So for that also, everything is not possible. So human education is crucial, and this is the point I want to highlight here. That doesn't mean, though I said the current the years ahead are for the technology, social science and language are important, but in the right direction. It should be taught and it should be used also. That's what I think. So I have another 4 minutes to go. I have not checked the comments that was come to me. I do not know how many comments are here. Information, useful information. Thank you for your very nice comments. So thank you very much. If you have anything to ask me, I am telling you frankly, I am also like a teacher, and I belong to third industrial revolution. Yes, now only we are in the fourth industrial revolution. We are facing all these difficulties. I may not be having answers, but I have given you certain directions based on various reasons and also my experience with by interacting with the international students. Yes, in that aspect, I say I am really lucky because I belong to a college where number of students after graduation they went abroad and they were forthcoming, coming back to us and telling, saying, sir, our education is and what you learned us is not good enough. We all learn theory only. Okay, that I accept it. That is a reality. Like, so if you have any queries, you can ask me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Such a wonderful session. And we are observing your slides. in English, Marathi, and Hindi also. So that was really great, sir. Sir, one specific question has been received through the YouTube. Sir, is there any, can you suggest please some sector councils so that we, with respect to the particular, those are deploying the skills in the rural education or the rural community upliftment? And is there in some, you have some kind of formats or proformas to enter the MOUs with that particular sector skills council? If you have any, you can please guide, sir, with regards to them.
No, I do not have anything because sector skill, no, each sector, each region, no, there will be that you have to visit. Okay, and there they will highlight you which area is demanding skills are lacking or more skilled people. So what would say lacuna, vacuum is there, and accordingly we have to think about it. Okay, so otherwise, no, I am from Kerala, so I know what is the reality in Kerala. Since you are from Maharashtra and your region, based on the rural background, maybe see if it's a tourism belt, and there may be tourism belt. Lot of see people from south know they do not know Hindi and all. When we come over there, or if it is like Jaipur, Rajasthan, where a lot of foreigners are coming with okay, so the kind of skills necessary it changes. Okay, so in my region, yeah, that's what I would say. So visit the your nearest sector sales council and see what exactly are reflecting there, and then accordingly take the decision. That's what I feel. That is the better solution. Or you can discuss with the people of that region, skills center. Okay, visit the site. It will lead into a lot of clues. Okay, I hope I have answered the question because from this end of the country, I cannot say beyond that. That's what I say. Remember what I told about Kashmir, apple and all. So that is a requirement in Kashmir, tourism, and they have industry. And then one key point which I forgot to tell you, and I used to say all those farmers are known for applying all sort of pesticides. That is not the case of Australia. It's very strict rules are there. So we in South know that this is more better and safer and all. So we what would say, yeah, farmers are, I would not say literate, but agricultural illiterate, but in many things, no. Okay. So in which area, which each region, no, if a tourism belt, there will be certain jobs will be having skills are essential.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, participant having any questions? If you have any questions or the queries, you can ask to Professor Sabu, sir. Either we can conclude this session.
Agriculture, I would highlight it because such a huge population, and we are reading a lot of articles. All are weeping and crying and everything, but that won't help. That won't help unless we change the modern, our traditional agriculture, and we have to accept that. With the small scale farmers, no, they cannot go ahead much. So for that, some industry, someone has to come forward, and it should be promoted. But when they are getting misled, nothing will happen. That's what I said. We will eat pesticide-ridden vegetables, and we will productivity will be low, and we cannot export any of our item. At the same time, pressure from the surrounding countries will be there because we cannot live alone. See, we cannot think like without America's help or European help, we can thrive on. We will live like Cuba finally because what happened? That is the most impoverished country. No modern technology, nothing available. And then as happening in my state, people of smarter people, they will leave the place also.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, if there are no questions, then we can conclude.
Yeah,
Just
thank
confirm
you.
with me.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful introduction and calling me again because actually there was a mix-up and so 5 minutes in the beginning I lost it. And my very special thanks to Professor Atik sir and the SAS team. Sorry, sir, I forgot your name. No, who is talking?
Sir,
Yeah.
This is Ankit, sir. This is Ankit.
Oh, say, okay, your name I get from the phone. Okay, sir. Ankit sir, for all the wonderful what we call leadership, coordinating the whole program. You made it easier for everybody. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Full session, and definitely your inputs are really valuable, and it will be useful for us because as we are belonging, particularly running the educational institute in our rural places, and most of the places are the very remote places. they are not connecting, and such kind of skills that you have taught from your session, definitely we will try to inculcate in our institutions, in our region by society, nearby society, so that our student, our societal member will become that skillful, and definitely we will contribute to our great country through the vision of Vikasit Bharat. With this, I once again extend my sincere thanks to you for your precious time and thought-provoking session here. And with the kind consent of Professor Thomas, sir, I would like to declare that this session will be over here. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for, yes, that's what I was writing. Thank you very much for being with me for nearly 3 hours. And I hope, yeah, I'm happy to know from the messages it was useful and you will make use of it. Thank you very much. Let us all hope for the best, and let us hope our country also will be becoming very technologically like the nearby neighbor who is marching ahead like anything. Okay, so thank you very much. Fine.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, so participant session is now over.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I think we should
Thank you.
stop here. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I think we should stop here because it is the last day of our program. So we would like to add some feedback, oral feedback from the participants, because what kind of program will be gone there. And if we received your real feedback, that will be really appreciable, because we should improve ourselves in that particular manner, so that we can organize the upcoming future program in a very best manner. So अगर कोई आप में से oral feedback देना चाहता है in any language, not language is not particularly restricted, so these are that persons are, that teachers are very welcome. You can please anyone, अगर आप में से कोई भी feedback देना चाहे तो you can please provide your feedback, valuable feedback, please anyone.
ठाकूर सर नमस्कार.
नमस्कार माहुलकर सर, नमस्कार.
नमस्कार. गेल्या 8 दिवसापासून म्हणजे जवळपास मी पाहिलं सर, आपण जे ओरिएंटेशन साठी जे रिसोर्स पर्सन या ठिकाणी आयोजित केलेले होते ते अतिशय उच्च दर्जाचे, आणि आज जी गरज आहे NEP 2020 मध्ये आज जी आवश्यकता आहे आपल्याला, कारण न्यू एज्युकेशन पॉलिसीमध्ये मी पाहत आहे अनेक अडचणी आहे, अनेक चॅलेंजेस आहे, आणि त्यामुळे हे सर्व 8 दिवसाचे जे तुम्ही सर्व प्रोग्राम सेट करून रिसोर्स पर्सन त्या दर्जाचे आम्हाला दिले, नक्कीच आम्हाला आमच्या या भविष्यामध्ये हायर एज्युकेशन मध्ये काम करत असताना आम्हाला त्याची मदत होईल. आणि या ठिकाणी दुसरं महत्वाची गोष्ट ठाकूर सर, आपलं जेवढं अभिनंदन आणि कौतुक करावं तेवढं कमी यासाठी आहे का मी आपल्यासोबत गेल्या 10 ते 20 वर्षापासून जुळलेला आहे. सुरुवातीचे आमचे अंकित मी सलाम करतो आपल्या या सर्व कामाला, कारण आपलं इन्स्पिरेशन म्हणजे एखाद्या तरुणाला, एखाद्या प्राध्यापकाला लाजवेल असं आपलं प्रेझेंटेशन आज इंट्रोडक्शन करून देताना मला अतिशय आनंद होत आहे सर. कारण कसं असते, कोणापासून तरी एक प्रेरणा घ्यावी, म्हणजे हा जरी माध्यम आहे, ओरिएंटेशन ही माध्यम आहे, पण हे मी गेल्या 8 दिवसापासून आपल्याला सतत पाहतो आहे, म्हणजे वेळेवर प्रत्येक पाहुण्यांचा परिचय करून देणं, त्यांना त्या सन्मानपूर्वक, अतिथी देवो भव ही आपली संस्कृती आहे, आणि अतिथी देवो भव संस्कृती असताना आपण त्या पाहुण्यांचा सन्मानपूर्वक त्यांचा परिचय करून देता, आणि सर्व हे सेशन अतिशय व्यवस्थितपणे, स्मूथपणे, कोणालाही अडचण येणार नाही अशा पद्धतीने आपण हे 8 दिवस आम्हाला अतिशय सुंदर अशा ठिकाणी प्रेझेंटेशन केलं, चांगली रिसोर्स पर्सन आमच्यापर्यंत आपण पोहोचवले. खरोखरच मी आपल्या संपूर्ण टीमचे, म्हणजे ही तुमच्यासोबत काम करणारे सर्व अतिक सर पासून तर तुमचं ओरिएंटेशनची आपली जी पूर्ण टीम आहे, मी सर्वांच्या वतीनं आपले आभार व्यक्त करतो. असेच कार्यक्रम आपण भविष्यामध्ये जेणेकरून आम्हाला फायदा होईल आपण आयोजित करावे आणि सर्वांना याचा फायदा होईल यामध्ये निश्चितच मला आशा आहे. आणि सर्वांना हा ओरिएंटेशन जो कार्यक्रम आहे आवडला असेल, सर्व विषय आवडले असेल, आणि आपले सुद्धा खूप खूप या ठिकाणी मी धन्यवाद करतो आणि थांबतो. थँक्यू सर.
धन्यवाद माहुलकर सर, धन्यवाद, आपले खूप खूप धन्यवाद. आणि आपण नक्कीच जे सांगितलं, बिकॉज वी आर असोसिएटेड सिन्स लास्ट 15 or 20 years, आणि फार सुरुवातीपासून म्हणजे रिफ्रेशर कोर्स इन फिजिकल एज्युकेशन पासून ते ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम पर्यंत, एक ओरिएंटेशन ते दुसऱ्या ओरिएंटेशन फेज पर्यंत असा एक मोठा प्रवास आपल्या मधात नक्कीच आहे. आणि सर आपण जे इथे म्हणालात की अडचणी आहेत, डेफिनेटली सर अडचणी आहेत, बिकॉज सध्याही अजून महाराष्ट्र गव्हर्नमेंटने जे आहेत वर्कलोडचा कन्सेप्ट काही क्लिअर केलेला नाहीये. काही फॅक्ट गोष्टी आपण नक्कीच बोलायला पाहिजेत आणि
बरोबर.
त्यासाठी कदाचित असंही होऊ शकेल की प्रोफेशनल इन्स्टिट्यूशनला म्हणा एक लांब लचक देण्याची गरज आहे भविष्यात.
बरोबर.
अडचणी आहेत सर, आपण सॉर्ट करू आणि असे जे
नाही, नाही.
प्रोग्राम आहेत अशा प्रोग्रामच्या माध्यमातूनच एक प्लॅटफॉर्म आहे ज्यावर आपण असे प्रश्न उपस्थित करू शकतो आणि शासनाला पाठवू शकतो. सो मी आपला खरंच धन्यवाद देतो सर आपल्या फीडबॅक बद्दल. यस, आणखी कोणी फीडबॅक आहे देऊ शकेल?
सर नमस्कार.
येस डॉक्टर फिरोज सर प्लीज.
ओके सर, खूपच हा आपला 5 तारखेपासूनच्या 13 तारखेपर्यंत जो आपला हा सेशन राहिला तो खूपच छान राहिला सर. कारण की सगळेच रिसोर्स पर्सन खूप छान होते, गायडन्स खूप छान के आणि खूप आवडला आम्हाला हा पूर्ण सेशन. म्हणजे पूर्ण हा शॉर्ट टर्म कोर्सच पूर्ण खूप छान होता सर. मी या शॉर्ट टर्म कोर्स पार्टिसिपेट म्हणून मला सहभाग नोंदवलं, हा खूप मला छान वाटले. त्याबद्दल मी सगळे ऑर्गनायझेशनचा मी धन्यवाद मानतोय सर.
विशेष करून आपण टाले सरांना आणि त्यांच्या महाविद्यालयांना त्यांची जी टीम आहे टाले सर, चोरपगार सर आणि आपले शिंदे सर यांना आपण धन्यवाद दिलं पाहिजे की त्यांनी ज्या झिस्टने सर ऍक्च्युली हे प्रोग्राम जेव्हा सुरू झाला होता आणि त्यांनी त्या झिस्टने हा प्रोग्राम अप टू 160 पार्टिसिपंट पर्यंत पोहोचवला, तर त्यांचे रिअलिस्टिक आपण आभार मानायला पाहिजे खरं सांगायचं झालं ते.
नक्की नक्की सर, धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद सर. येस, एनीवन एल्स? अजून कोणाला काही फीडबॅक आपले सांगायचे असतील तर दे आर रियली वेलकम. अगर किसी को कुछ फीडबैक एक्सप्रेस करना है तो दे आर रियली वेलकम. इफ एनीवन, आइदर वी कैन कंक्लूड द प्रोग्राम. आहे का कुणी?
हा, मला बोलायचं सर.
या नालिंदे सर, डॉक्टर नालिंदे सर प्लीज.
सर मागच्या म्हणजे 12-13 वर्षापासून मी या ठिकाणी, आता माझा 4था कोर्स आहे अमरावती युनिव्हर्सिटीचा आणि एक ऑफलाईन केला आणि 3 ऑनलाईन केलेले आहे. तर मागच्या 3 कोर्स पासून आपण अंकित सर त्या ठिकाणी आहात. आपण ज्या प्रकारे त्या ठिकाणी पाहुण्याचं स्वागत किंवा जे तो कार्यक्रम, जो प्रोग्राम आहे त्याचं जे संचालन करता ते एकदम त्या ठिकाणी वाखाणण्याजोगं आहे. आपली जी सर्व टीम आहे, आर्थिक सर असतील किंवा तुमचे जे मॅनेजमेंट असेल आणि गावंडे साहेबाचे जे कॉलेज आहे त्यांनी जो या ठिकाणी NEPचा ओरिएंटेशन कोर्स या ठिकाणी जो आयोजित केलेला आहे तो उत्कृष्टरित्या या ठिकाणी संपन्न झालेला आहे. आणि तुम्ही जे रिसोर्स पर्सन्स आहे ते खूपच छान या ठिकाणी आहे सर. तर आम्हाला या ठिकाणी चांगल्या प्रकारचं गायडन्स दिल्याबद्दल MMTTC संत गाडगे अमरावती युनिव्हर्सिटी तसेच गावंडे कॉलेज साखरखेडा यांचं या ठिकाणी मी खूप खूप धन्यवाद देतो. धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद सर. धन्यवाद डॉक्टर पुंडलिक सर. So I think we should go for the closing of the program. Before that, कुछ couple of instructions आप लोगों के लिए, सभी के लिए है. See friends, I have put up the link for feedback. आप लोगों को actually what you have to do, आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे, आपलं जे जिथून रजिस्ट्रेशन केलं होतं आपण मालवी मिशन टीचर ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम आहे NEP ला, इथेच लॉग इन करायचं आहे आणि आपला फीडबॅक कसा भरायचा त्याचा एक शॉर्ट व्हिडिओ मी शेअर केलेला आहे. हा फीडबॅकचा डेटा आल्यानंतर याला व्हेरिफिकेशनला ऍटलिस्ट 48 ते 52. तर आपले प्रोग्राम सर्टिफिकेट एक टेंटेटिव्हली आपण मंगळवारी जे आहेत मंगळवारी सर्टिफिकेट आपल्याला मिळतील. नंबर 1, सर्टिफिकेट कुठे मिळतील तर सर्टिफिकेट बाय डिफॉल्ट व्हॉट्सअप ग्रुपला मिळून जातील, त्याबद्दल चिंता करण्याची काही गरज नाही. नंबर 2, फीडबॅक सर्वांनी भरावा ही एक आतुरतेची विनंती राहील, सगळ्यांना आग्रहाची विनंती राहील, कारण UGC पर्यंत डेटा जर पोहोचेल तरच तिथनं फीडबॅक जनरेट होईल. तर मी फीडबॅकच्या सगळ्या गोष्टी दिलेल्या आहेत. जर काही लॉग इन मध्ये अडचण येत असेल तर डेफिनेटली तुम्ही कम्युनिकेट करा, व्हॉट्सअप ग्रुप ओपन आहे. या व्यतिरिक्तही जाऊन संत गाडगेबाबा अमरावती विद्यापीठाच्या मालवी मिशन शिक्षक केंद्राच्या आणि संयुक्त विद्यमाने स्वर्गीय भास्करराव शिंगणे कला, प्राध्यापक नारायणराव गावंडे विज्ञान आणि आशालताताई गावंडे वाणिज्य महाविद्यालय साखरखेडा यांच्या संयुक्त विद्यमाने हा जो 8 दिवसाचा NEP उद्बोधन प्रोग्राम ऑर्गनाईज केला गेला, त्याच्यामध्ये सहभागी सर्व आमचे प्राध्यापक मित्र जे विविध महाविद्यालयातनं या विषयात सहभागी झाले आणि 8 दिवस आमच्या सोबत जुळून राहिलेत. विविध सेशन्स मध्ये त्यांनी ऍक्टिव्ह पार्टिसिपेशन घेतलं. त्यांचं मी खरंच कौतुक करतो आणि आभार व्यक्त करतो. मित्रो, हा जो जीस्ट आहे हा NEP प्रोग्रामचा, हा आपण आपल्या महाविद्यालयांपर्यंत न्यावा, विद्यार्थ्यांमध्ये पर्क्युलेट करावा आणि सेल जी आहे IQAC सेलच्या माध्यमातून NEP सेल स्थापित करण्याचे महाराष्ट्र शासनाने तसेच विद्यापीठाने आपल्याला निर्देश दिले आहेत आपल्या महाविद्यालयाला. जर आपण स्थापित केला असेल तर त्याला स्ट्रेंथन करा. नंबर ऑफ थिंग्स आहेत. स्कूल कनेक्ट सारखे प्रोग्राम आहेत, अप्रेंटिसशिप इंटर्नशिप सारखे प्रोग्राम आहेत जे आपण त्या माध्यमातून राबवू शकता. आपल्या महाविद्यालयाच्या स्तरावर त्याच्या ज्या बैठका आपल्याला अडचणी येत असतील, सिलेबस इम्प्लिमेंट करते वेळी, परीक्षा इम्प्लिमेंट करते वेळी, कारण वी आर ऍग्री की आमच्या सिलॅबी आणि फॅकल्टीमध्ये खूप म्हणजे डिफरन्शिएट आहेत. चारही फॅकल्टीचे सिलेबस एकसारखे नाही आहेत. तर हा जो प्रॉब्लेम येत आहे हा आपण डेफिनेटली रिझॉल्व्ह करू शकतो आणि आपले जे प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत त्या सेलच्या माध्यमातून जर विद्यापीठाकडे आले तर आय थिंक युनिव्हर्सिटी हॅज ऑल्सो वन NEP सेल दॅट विल बी रिझॉल्व अँड दोज प्रॉब्लेम ऍट द युनिव्हर्सिटी लेवल, विद्यापीठाच्या स्तरावरचे प्रॉब्लेम रिझॉल्व्ह करण्यासाठी विद्वत परिषद आहे, व्यवस्थापन परिषद आहे, अधिसभा सदस्य आहे, अधिसभा आहेत. याच्या व्यतिरिक्त जे प्रॉब्लेम आपल्या स्तरावर रिझॉल्व्ह होऊ शकत नाही ते आपण शासनाकडे किंवा सुकाणू समितीकडे रेफर करू. सो असाच प्रवास हा सुरू राहो. आपण MMTTC संत गाडगेबाबा अमरावती विद्यापीठासोबत नेहमी अटॅच व्हा. एक लास्ट फीडबॅक घेऊया डॉक्टर उमेश व्यास सरांचा आणि त्यानंतर मी इन्व्हाइट करतो डॉक्टर निलेश टाले सरांना. तर उमेश व्यास सर फर्स्ट. व्यास सर प्लीज.
सर नमस्कार. उमेश, हॅलो.
हा व्यास सर प्लीज प्लीज.
हा सर नमस्कार. उमेश व्यास, लोकमान्य टिळक महाविद्यालय वणी. सर माझं फक्त एकच सजेशन होतं. आपल्या याच्यात आपला जे कोर्स झालेला आहे हा याच्यात सगळं एकदम योग्यरित्या आणि चांगल्या प्रकारे पार पडला. फक्त याच्यात एकच सजेशन तुम्हाला वाटलं तर योग्य का, समजा बा जेवढे पार्टिसिपेट राहते त्यांच्यापैकी जर काही जणांना जर आपल्याला दररोजच्या सेशन मध्ये किंवा अर्धा तास किंवा 15 मिनिटे जर काही असं त्यांच्या टॉपिकच्या हिशोबाने जर बोलता आलं तर त्यांचंही जर आपण मत घेतलं तर योग्य राहील. म्हणजे काही अजून चांगली नवीन माहिती किंवा ज्याला काही सांगायचं आहे तो त्या सांगू शकते.
अगदी व्यास सर, त्याची आपली जी कल्पना आहे मी थोडीशी इलॅबोरेट करतो पुढे त्याला. काय झालं, एक 2020 ला नॅशनल एज्युकेशन पॉलिसी सुरुवात झाली आणि 2023 पासून त्याचं ऍक्च्युअली खरं इम्प्लिमेंटेशन झालं. मधात कोविडचे 2-2.5 वर्षाचा पिरियड हा गेला.
बरोबर.
2 वर्षाचा जो पिरियड डेडिकेटेड होता 5 सप्टेंबर 2023 ते 31 मार्च 2026, हा पर्टिक्युलर 2.5 वर्षाचा जो पिरियड आहे हा स्पेसिफिकली अवेअरनेस साठीच डेडिकेटेड केलेला आहे सर. ठीक आहे. नंबर 1 गोष्ट. आता 1 एप्रिल 2026 पासूनचा जो पुढचा फेज सुरू होणार आहे याच्यामध्ये या माध्यमातून ट्रेन झालेले सगळे जे प्राध्यापक आहेत, फॅकल्टी मेंबर्स आहेत, त्यांनाच बोलायची संधी आज आपल्याला सर विद्यार्थ्यांपर्यंत पोहोचवायची. ऍक्च्युली एक मानवीय मिशन इनोव्हेशन काउन्सिल इस्टॅब्लिश होणार आहे सर, टीचर काउन्सिल.
हो.
जे येणाऱ्या काळात आपल्याला कदाचित दिसेल आणि यू बिईंग द फॅकल्टी मेंबर्स यू आर द इंटिग्रल पार्ट ऑफ दॅट. ठीक आहे. ज्या लोकांनी हे पोर्टलवर रजिस्टर्ड केलं आणि प्रोग्राम कम्प्लीट केलाय तर यांना एक टास्क आमच्या सेंटर माध्यमातून म्हणा, UGCच्या माध्यमातून म्हणा जाणार आहे की सर आता आपल्याला काय करायचं, बोलायचं, आता आपल्याला लिहायचं आहे, आता आपल्याला NEP पर्क्युलेट करायची आहे. हे काय आहे सर, हा जो मानवीय मिशन टीचर ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम आणि त्यामधला एक हा जो स्पेसिफिक कंपोनंट आहे NEP ओरिएंटेशन अँड सेन्सिटायझेशन प्रोग्राम, हा 3 फेजेस मध्ये डिवाइड आहे सर.
ओके सर.
हा याचा पहिला फेज हा आता आपण 31 मार्च 26 ला कम्प्लीट करतोय. याचा दुसरा फेजचं जे चालू होईल ते 1 एप्रिल 2026 पासून ऑनवर्ड चालू होईल आणि डेफिनेटली व्यास सर त्यामध्ये आपल्याला नक्कीच संधी मिळणार आहे.
नाही माझंच नाही सर, पण असं कसं प्रत्येक जण बोलकार झाला पाहिजे. त्यानं त्याच्याजवळ ज्ञान जर वाटलं ना सर, ज्ञान जेवढं वाटन तेवढी त्याचं प्रभाव
अगदी
जास्त.
सर, अगदी मी आपल्या मताशी 100 नाही 1000% सहमत आहे. कारण जितकं ज्ञानार्जन आपण करू तितकंच ते वाढत जाईल, ते काही कमी होणार नाही.
बिलकुल
परंतु
सर, बिलकुल.
ही जी फेज वाईज इम्प्लिमेंटेशनची जी स्टेज आहे ते मी आपल्याला
सर.
एक्सप्लेन केली, की ज्या एक्सप्लेनेशन ज्या मिनिस्ट्रीच्या किंवा म्हणा युजीसीच्या आम्हाला डायरेक्शन होते त्या अनुषंगाने सर आम्ही
बरोबर.
ऍक्च्युली पुढे चाललोय. यानंतरचे जे प्रोग्राम
बरोबर.
होणार आहेत ते ऑफलाईन होतील एनईपीच्या अनुषंगानं. आता जसे आपण इतके 10 वर्टिकल्स याच्यामध्ये जे पाहिले, एक
हो
IKS
सर.
बघितला, स्किल डेव्हलपमेंट बघितला, तर आता याचे शॉर्ट
बिलकुल.
टर्म मध्ये सर 2 ते 3 दिवसाचे वर्कशॉप्स होणार आहे, ज्याच्यामध्ये अपेक्षित असं आहे की फॅकल्टीने पार्टिसिपेट करायचं. मग आपण पर्टिक्युलरली करिक्युलमच्याच बाबत बोलू, की बाबा करिक्युलम
बिलकुल.
कसं डिझाईन करायचं आहे, काय इनोव्हेशन त्याच्यात असले पाहिजे, मग कुठल्या पद्धतीने
बिलकुल सर.
करिक्युलम डिझाईन करता येईल, काय पर्स्पेक्टिव्ह असला पाहिजे. सिमिलरली मग त्याच्यामध्ये प्राध्यापकांचा सहभाग, तिथल्याच तिथे एक
बरोबर.
करिक्युलम, एक पेपर आपल्याला ड्राफ्ट करणं, एक कोर्स ड्राफ्ट करणं, या पद्धतीनं पूर्ण सर ते समोर जाणार.
समोर जाणार. बिलकुल सर, बिलकुल एकदम बरोबर. थँक्यू. आणि संत गाडगे बाबा अमरावती विद्यापीठ, HRDC सेंटर, MMTC आणि भास्करराव शिंगणे महाविद्यालय येथील आपले गावंडे सर आणि माझे मित्र बर्डे सर यांचे सगळ्यांचे धन्यवाद. तुमचे पण खूप खूप धन्यवाद सर. खूप छान प्रोग्राम झाला. थँक्यू सर.
धन्यवाद व्यास सर, धन्यवाद. अँड लास्टली मी विद्यापीठाच्या वतीने डॉक्टर निलेश ताले सर, त्यानंतर डॉक्टर राजेश चोरपगार सर आणि डॉक्टर प्रवीण सिंबरे सर यांचे खरंच मनापासून धन्यवाद आणि कौतुक व्यक्त करतो. कारण या लोकांनी जे मेहनत गावंडे महाविद्यालयाच्या वतीने घेतलेली आहे हा प्रोग्राम सक्सेसफुल ऑर्गनाईज करण्यासाठी, दॅट वॉज रिअली अप्रिशिएबल. And lastly, now may I call upon Dr. Nilesh Tale sir to feel free for his opinion or extend his address. Tale sir, please. Tale sir, you are not audible sir. आपला आवाज येत नाही टाले सर. नाही टाले सर, आपला आवाज येत नाही सर. टाले सर, आपला आवाज येत नाही. टाले सर, आपला आवाज येत नाही. नाही सर, नाही 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 सर, काहीतरी माईकचा इश्यू आहे आपल्या साईडला असं मला वाटतं.
सर सर बोल. ठीक आहे सर. आता येत आहे का सर? दुसऱ्या याच्यावरून बोलत
हा
आहे मी.
हा आता येत आहे. खारोडे सरांच्या माईकवरनं येत आहे सर.
ठीक आहे.
खोडके सरांच्या माईकवरनं. प्लीज सर, प्लीज.
I extend my gratitude to our respected principal, Dr. N.N. Gawande, for his guidance and support throughout the FDP program. I would like to express our deepest gratitude to our today's speaker, Professor Sabu Thomas, Professor in Zoology, Director UGC MMTTC, Calicut University, Malappuram, for sharing his valuable insight. We are truly inspired by your guidance, sir. A special